Good day, Internet, and welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the legendary New Yorican Poets Cafe. I am your host for the evening. My name is Advocate of Wordz. Happy Monday, everyone. Where are these good-looking faces? There they are. Happy Monday, everyone. It is our last Monday Night Online Open Mic of the year. I am excited about it. I've got so much info to share with you today. Also, my son is in the building. Letters. I will get to him in a little bit later so that we can speak to him. Shout out to Chris Lopez for getting this puppy started. Shout out to Ron Mark Thompson, our assistant producer for the evening. Let's start to get into it. This is the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the New Yorican Poets Cafe. We've been doing this for 91 weeks in a row. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. If you would like to see a recording of some of our past shows or tonight's show, you can check us out on Facebook and YouTube. And if you are currently watching us on Facebook or YouTube, you could join us here on Zoom. Numbers at the bottom of the screen, 279-995-364. It's going to be there for a little bit, but hurry up and write it down if you want to come join us. We'd like to thank the National Endowment for the Arts, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust for sponsoring our free online events all year long. If you would like to help support us, you could go to www.newyorecan.org/contribute or in our Cash App, New Yorican Poets Cafe. It's a tax-deductible donation. So if you can help us out tonight, our theme is Year in Review. As always, if you have a poem that is not on theme, it is totally okay. Or if you just want to share your favorite poem that you have written in 2021, feel free to do so. On the right-hand side of the screen, you're going to see all of our upcoming themes. All of this information can be found on my Instagram, Twitter, I'm on YouTube. Look up at advocate of words. And when you spell words, of course, that is with a Z because poetic license. Let's keep it moving. All right, we got a few rules. Rule number one, please turn your camera on when you're performing. We are looking to simulate an in-person open mic as much as possible. We want to see your beautiful faces. We want to see those expressions along with your poem. So when you're performing, make sure that you turn your camera on. Have your poem ready. Tonight, we have 33 people on the list, and all 33 are going to be allowed to perform tonight. So please, so I can get off of here by midnight, please have your poems ready, okay? So that we can get through it in a timely manner. But we're going to get through all of them. I made that promise. Poets, you have 3 minutes to read or perform your poems. 3 minutes. Please do not go over time. Like I said, I am trying to get to everyone. It is our last open mic of the year. So please, 3 minutes. And for your introductions, please keep them short till about 30 seconds. Let the people know where they can find you online. And then everything you're doing, you can let them know. And that's what you do. Censorship. There is none. Put the kids to bed. I've been saying it all year long. The last time we're doing it this year, I'm going to say it again. Put the kids to bed. No censorship. After our poets perform, you click that blue button that says unmute. I want you to be obnoxiously loud. Share and the joy with our poets. Give them all the love that you can. Who cares what your neighbors think? It's the end of the year. It's the holidays. Okay? Let's do it. Thank you. Our sign-up list tonight is closed. Sign-ups begin 24 hours before the show at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you would go to nuyorican.org and click Full Events Calendar. On there, you would click the date that you are going to sign up for. So next Monday would be January 23rd. When you click on the date, you're going to get the option to get an artist RSVP ticket. It's the only way to get onto the open mic list. So make sure you get the artist RSVP ticket. Opens on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I can't wait to talk about this. I can't wait to talk about this later. Well, we're going to talk about it later because we got poems to do from these beautiful people. We have quite a few new names on the list. Some of them, I hope I am going to pronounce your name right. If I pronounce it wrong, feel free to correct me immediately. Everyone here knows that I'm big. I'm making sure people's names are pronounced properly. You're coming here to drop your poetry, your work. At the very least, we should hear your name properly. So, if I happen to misspeak or say it improperly, do not hesitate to correct me. With that being said, I have been long-winded. We've got so much to talk about, but I want to get to the poetry. And right now, we are going to start with Mr. Paul Con Queso, the honey trap. Let me unmute him. Jersey in the building. Brother, let the people know where they can find you like they've been finding you all year long. And then let's get into your poetry. Good to see you.
Good to see you, brother, and hope to link up soon while you're in Jersey, because I hear good things. All right, my voice is a little hoarse. Sorry, y'all gonna have to deal with it. You know, find me at Paul Con Queso on IG and Linktree. Storm Gods in the building. Men Who Heal. Sound from the underground. This piece is called 2021 Redux, aka Alexa, play "It's the End of the World as We Know It" by REM. Well, let's see. January the 6th. Delusional seditionists broke into the Capitol just to commit an impotent attempted insurrection, all in the name of being sore losers like their chief of defeat, abuser, Dong Chode Trump, resulting in what many would call domestic terror and an event of national disgrace. January 15th, the death toll for COVID-19 surpasses 2 million globally. The 20th, inauguration, Amanda Gorman roaring with all her might on the mountain we climb, leading to a renewed mainstream interest in poetry. The Bernie meme, that octogenarian channeling our energy, sitting cross-legged, mask on, serving signature Sanders sassiness, February 19th. The U.S. rejoins the Paris Agreement 109 days after leaving, February 25th. The global death toll from COVID surpasses 2.5 million. March 16th, the Atlanta spa shootings when an incel killed 8 employees and patrons of local massage parlors blaming temptation, claiming sexual addiction led him to it, but it felt a whole lot like a misogynistic Asian hate crime from where I stand, April 17th. The pandy has risen its global body count to 3 million, April 23rd. Eccentric trillionaire and head of Tesla, Elon Musk's SpaceX program launches a mission sending 4 people to the International Space Station. He mainly makes headlines for support of meme cryptocurrency Dogecoin. April 28th. Police violence amidst the protest in Colombia resulting in dozens dead. May 4th, millions of women in Puerto Rico, Mexico, the US, and Greece and their allies took to the streets exclaiming "Ni una más" and no more femicide after the murders of countless daughters of our tribe, but to honor and name a few: Maya Marcano, Gabby Petito, Andrea Ruiz, and Keishla Rodriguez. May 11th, Israel hits the Gaza Strip with airstrikes as Hamas increases rocket fire and many are slain in the fray. May 20th, following nearly 250 deaths, Israel agrees to a ceasefire to end the conflict with Gaza militants. June 29th, the number of COVID vaccines administered worldwide exceeds 3 billion. July 8th, COVID death toll surpassed 4 million globally. July 19th, not to be outdone by Elon Musk, aspiring Bond villain, trillionaire Jeff Bezos orbits our atmosphere in his cock rocket ship. August 3rd, wildfires in Greece begin. August 9th, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change releases part of its 6th assessment report, which concludes the effects of human-caused climate change are now widespread, rapid, and intensifying. August 29th, Hurricane Ida strikes and fucks all our shit up along the eastern seaboard collectively. September 16th, Inspiration 4 launched by SpaceX becomes the first all-civilian space flight, thus testing the viability of billionaires someday soon offering up express tickets to leave this dying blue marble to the highest bidding beings, only so they can colonize the farthest reaches of our galaxy. November 1st, the number of recorded deaths from Auntie Rona surpasses 5 million. November 26th, the WHO convenes an emergency meeting in Geneva amid concerns over Omicron, a highly mutated variant of COVID-19. And that brings us here to the end of December. We reflect on one hell of a year, perhaps not quite the toilet paper barren shit show of 2020, but let's be honest, it still made history. And as for me, 2020 offered me endless growth, from mental breakdown to breakups, leading to new love, both my renewed self and my Medusa, opportunities and friendships realized in real life, from hot poet summers to first and secret suppers and Lincoln Center, wild poets and hybrid shows, which led to 2-1 and even more on the horizon to come, including coups. This year broke me, sure, but every place we become broken is merely a chance to rebuild and heal even stronger, where the wounds and scar tissue once sought you out like kintsugi, moving fluidly through our bruising. We're now in these dwindling hours of the year with the Omarion icebox where his heart used to be, Obama phone variant feasting upon our want to see. Friends and families, I ask you all, do we go even harder in 2022? Fuck the fuck, yes we do. It's the incumbent rapture, the covenant of our passing into whatever comes next after the inevitable of this universe. One more second. So shit, grab yourself a glass of whatever your poison is, and let's toast to the coming of a whole new book to write our chapters upon these next 12 months, because like REM said, it's the end of the world as we know it. And I
Give it up for Paul
Set it on, baby. Yeah, dope, man. God's in the building.
Queso, you can give him a follow at Paul con Queso. When you spell queso, that's with a Q, Queso. All right, let's keep it moving. The Beanie God's in the building. Deadpan Lizzie, let me unmute Deadpan. You know the deal. Let the people know where they can find you online, because she's also a realtor here in New York City. And then kick your poetry.
Thank you. ES_stress to learn more about me. I saw you're something a beanie, by the way, and I love it. So awesome letters. I wrote an epic poem because of time constraints. I'm going to read half of it. So if anyone wants to read the full poem, DM me after and I'll get it to you. It's called Call Me Homer, but really Sappho. 364 days in a year, but sometimes 365. But does that leap make us reevaluate where we are? Usually for me, it's just another day to get through, whether it's from crippling anxiety or swinging my sword through the vines that I'm tangled up in the jungle. But once I kill off the last one, another quickly grows back. Antibiotics cannot rid this bacteria because it will never be a bacterial infection. It'll always be a virus. You can treat it, quarantine, mask up, sanitize your hands, brain, and heart, but it comes back to bite you in the ass one way or another. You can never throw money at these problems, or even honesty can't kill it off. There will always be a virus to fight off 364 or 65 days a year. I run marathons. It takes dedication, the right diet, balance, on and off the tracks. The soreness that does not stop until almost a week after the race has finished. My body telling me, slow down. They ask me, are you scared you will hit a wall? I always reply, no, it's the truth. I'm not scared I will hit a wall because I always do. Running figure eights around Prospect Park on a rather warm autumn day, I hit 4 walls. Mile 6, I wanted to cry, and I did. And as the cheers and Gatorades stuck to my skin and clothes, I cried. but I did not stop. Mile 13, I completed a half marathon, ready to quit and take the train back to Manhattan. I was only halfway finished. I did not register for a half marathon, 13.1 more miles to the finish line. Mile 20, I did not think I could sweat anymore. My legs exhausted, pounding the poorly paved roads, running alongside the Saturday joggers, the ultra marathoners who run 37 miles. I'll get there. Marathon number 2 just around the corner. April showers will begin before we know it. Mile 24, I wish I'd been mile 26.2. Convinced my Nikes were full of blood, they were not. I did not stop to check either. If I can run 24, I can run 26.2. Hitting 25, my body, brain, and heart smiling like it was mile 1. Not like the little engine that could, I think I can, I think I can. Instead, I'm about to finish my first marathon. I'm about to finish my first marathon. With one sharp tone on Central Drive, I did. Flying sweaty and ragged into my biggest fan's arms. My Aquarius mother had never held me so tight. Gatorade guzzles, photos instantly shared, lugging groceries back to my island. My Jewish mother, that's normal. Limping down the train steps to Brooklyn and back the ones up that wait for me in Manhattan. Congratulated by my fellow urbanites, the bib and medal were the obvious clues. And back to my stoop to celebrate. How I got through that marathon is how I get through life. Dancing through life, skimming the surface, tough. That is one half of the poem. I'm going to stop so that everyone else can read. Thank you for the time. Sorry, my voice is a little tonight. If you want to read the rest of it, DM me and I'll get you. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank
yes, Sister Liz.
Yeah, proud of you and love you. That's right.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Lizzie, make sure you give her a follow. Poets, after you perform, make sure you also put your info in the chat so people can follow you. You can as well alter your name so you can include your social media in your Zoom name so that when people are watching this on Facebook or YouTube or even here on Zoom, they could know where to follow you, of course, if that's what you want. All right, we're going from one person wearing a beanie to another. Real quickly, I'm going to bring up my son, Letters. What's going on, kid? How are you?
What's up, Dad? Hi, everyone.
So real quickly, let them know what you got for Christmas. Real quickly.
Basically just clothes, skate clothes, and also got a laptop from this amazing man over here.
Wait.
Yeah.
What about your favorite one?
Oh yeah, my favorite gift of them all. I finally got my own professional skateboard. Yes. I'm a skater now. I'm finally a skater.
Yes, he is. Me and Mariella got him a skateboard. And then the day we got the skateboard, we went to go skate. And there was someone who was giving away a skateboard, a brand new one that was really good. The one we got him is still better. But it was still a really good one, right?
Yeah, it was an actual professional deck from a real company.
Awesome. Also, he got the laptop because he's going to start editing his videos. We're going to start getting him to edit his videos. We're going to put it out there. So, and he's going to edit himself. I got too much to do. He's going to have to do it himself. He's old enough. Also, he's playing saxophone. And all right, I'm taking up a lot of time. I'm just super proud of my kid. Letters, I appreciate you, buddy. I love you. Thank you for coming on. I know he's going to stick around. He has been exposed to a lot of this stuff in person and on Zoom. And he's also been in the classroom with me when I've taught. So he's awesome. All right, you want to say goodbye real quick?
All right, bye, everyone. Have a good show. I'll be here.
And also, wait, one last time. For 2022, you got to promise to come and do a poem. All right?
All right.
All right? You said you were going to last time. We're going to keep it. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may not have gone, but about last time, but okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get it. All right, buddy. I love you. Enjoy the show. I'll talk to you later.
All right, love you too. See you. Good luck, everyone.
That is my son, Letters. He's also playing the saxophone, and I didn't teach him that. Like, I can help him skateboard and definitely baseball, but the saxophone, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to. All right, let's keep it moving. We got a lot of poets here. He's gonna teach me about that. Daniel Jaegers is next. Let me unmute him. This is a dude that I keep saying time and time again. I met him many moons ago, crossing paths, was on tour. He is a veteran of the scene. Brother, let the people know where they can find you, and then let's hear that fire.
Sí, señor. Daniel Villegas Music. glad and honored to be part of this. Advocate of Wordz, you're doing a beautiful job with everybody. So peace and a big up to that. I'm just gonna go right through this piece. And I guess you'll feel where I'm at throughout the year of how I wrote this and why I wrote this. It goes like this. I'm in daily meditation, using mantras for observation, seeing skylights turn to night like they're craters, the moon in the back room like oscillators, wind currents move so fast like they're constellations. I open myself up like saying assalamu alaikum and pray to the Most High, because really there is no religion. I'm speaking like a mystic, really a Christian. In the distance, I work on worldviews, but better when we listen. Like Black Jews, I gained my freedom. Walking like Moses, splitting the Red Sea, how atrocious. How can you crucify a man who gave us all in, who taught most of us how to own it? Your light with this perseverance, my deep condolence, but he rose like a light year, composed of the Trinity and Master Darkness, because truth is beyond what this Nostradamus did when he broke the Bible apart. I'm rapping against Babylon or Babylon, whatever you want to be saying whenever I'm rapping along and catching me back in the barn and telekinetic and amicable. No, I'm on the flow. Flowing through the Nile, yo. Peppermint symbolize the sky, yo. What's out in space, yo? I pace, yo, without a facial. Bearded like a Nephilim, peace to the feminine. Goddess when I enter in the holies of holies. Tuples in the earth remind me of the stars, so I use my consciousness to heal all of my scars. I'm with Jesus. If I face you, it's to clear out the darkness and bring the angels of the highest order. Walking on water and calming all of the storms was just a reminder of all of his love. Encompassed in a compass to bring out most of the compassionate hearts. We are powerful beyond measure, and that's just talking the start. So whenever you're walking in a dark road, just know that God is with you and watch the rest of it unfolds. I claim light and the power to manifest my lantern with tactics that would make acrobatics backflip and claim power over the dark whenever I'm famished. I ban this and anything else that's repulsive. God, the Holy Spirit, and Christ with devotion can crush the devil down whenever we're forming. So I pray within you a peace that you will always survive. Never believe in the lies that say that you're nothing else than amazing. So I give props to Jesus for always create and recognize your potential and the power you hold. Never quit on yourself and watch the stories unfold. But this time, you'll be with some of your grace, because God never gave up on you. So please don't give up on your faith. Imagine a ball of light around you, around your body, and chase out any demon who tries to take you out of your space. You're a person to not be messed with. If you need to erase, know that you have your freedom and the power of God is in your place. Peace.
Yo, my dude.
Oh man, came in the spirit here. That was good.
Yo, you went off.
Great job.
Off.
Nice.
Daniel Jaegers, make sure you go give him a follow. Who's setting the fire? Love the energy. I love this dude's energy. I know that he's doing his own open mics, and I think Slams Upstate, something like that, right? Like he's doing it in upstate New York. Make sure you go give him a follow. Like I said, he's been doing this for a while. He's been doing this successfully for a while. So, and he got some rhythm and music in him, man. Make sure you go give this dude a follow. All right, let's keep it moving. Next coming up is, oh my God, where is she? Where is she? Where is Diane Ward? Ron, is Diane here? Oh, she's there. She's there? She's there. Where did I miss her? Ah, she's unmuted. Hi, Diane. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
I just want you to know that my lady's right next to me, but you're still making me blush. I love having you. Diane, listen, I joke a lot and I talk about this, but Diane is not only a fantastic writer, she also does her own workshops with a Bronx Art and Fun Hub, amongst others. She has done features. She is a fantastic writer and a fantastic human being, a mainstay and a treasure of this community. So I like to play around and all of this, but like I don't want it to get lost on people that like, this woman is fire. She knows what she's doing with the pen. With that being said, Diane, let the people know. Oh, they can't follow you. You can talk about Bronx Art and Fun Hub if you want. And then let's hear your poetry. It is a pleasure to have you as always.
Thank you. And hi, Mariella. Anyway. And thank you for having letters on. I appreciate that very, very much. Great job. This is called I Have Only 2 Minutes with You Tonight. I have only 2 minutes with you tonight, so consider why this pandemic occurs and cause. Consider our response positively. Consider again, and decide your role as an individual. And then, with my remaining minute, I suggest we consider each other and those we hold dear, and wish to yet discover as cause to positively change or add to our combined expiration. Consider our limited time. Consider our responsibility to each other. Consider the potential for good. I do not believe we each have good potential. I do believe we each have good potential in some way, deeper inward in some rather than in others. My time is soon up. Yours will follow. I tried my best. Can you say the same? I am still considering what is the best. My time is up. So is yours. Use time wisely. I'm trying. Maybe we could add our 2 minutes together and reach an infinity. Thank you.
Oh, Diane.
Yes.
Did get any sweeter than that? No.
Always.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Lovely as always.
Absolutely.
Diane Ward, a mainstay here in the Monday Night Online Open Mic, an important piece of Bronx Art and Fun Hub. Make sure that you go give them a follow. Diane, thank you so much for being with us all year long. Oh, I love me some Diane Ward. Love it. All right, let us keep it moving. Like I said, we got a lot of people on the list. Oh, I just lost the list. Michael Sindler. Michael Sindler is next. Let's get him unmuted. Now listen, folks. Michael's another one. Don't let that gorgeous hair fool you or block you or dissuade you from listening to this man's beautiful poetry. Michael, go ahead. Promote who you want to promote, and then let's hear it, brother. It's good to see you as always.
Okay, yes. They've been doing it for 21 years now and continuing. So I do want to let everybody know about lighthouseriders.org here in Denver, and because of the internet, wherever you are, and you can click on that and see all the incredible stuff they're doing. And I just really want to say, over the last year and a half, it has been such a pleasure being part of this, that I want to make sure everybody is wise and stays safe, so we can continue to be a part of this beautiful family of creatives who are spreading such good stuff. And that being said, I'll go ahead and read a couple new things. This first one is called Never Heard But Felt. Thought becomes substance, sound, a wave, solid signal of intent, a cry rising in volume, rising in altitude, thunders up against edge of atmosphere, passes through into emptiness, pulled outward, essence stretched into unconnected atoms, each inches out into infinity, a forgetting, a submission to space, deep dance into dark matter, humming core of all existence, chews, swallows, spits all out into new formed galaxies, answer to the thoughts sent back, never heard but felt in human hearts. And the second one is Tabla Rasa. All time exists between one breath. All time expands from exhalation to be swallowed back. An absorption, whole universe dances for a day, weighed between want and wisdom, tumbling repetition through tradition and instinct, from inception to brink. To be is to think, or more so versa. Vice forms strife in life. Let peace follow, letting go. Love does not accumulate, it perpetuates. Purest tone humming to resonate even into cracks within walls of hate. Last and best note. Then great inhalation, dissipation, and disappearance of all existence. Next moment starts now. Configuration out of chaos. Tabla rasa. Here, chalk, squeak, and sweep. Erasure, displaced, new space, new writ. All pure potential power, pastel penciled in. as time and space begin again. Okay, really happy New Year. Have a really beautiful, creative, expressive, and please have a safe and happy New Year. Thank you.
Give it up for Michael Sindler.
Yeah.
Michael, dope as always, man.
LighthouseWriters.org. Day in and day out, when Michael is with us, he is always promoting them. Make sure that you go give them a follow. If you are looking to stalk Michael Sindler, those are the parts he be hanging around. All right, let's keep it moving. We are going to the UK to get our man, Lantern Carrier, on. I see him. Oh, I'm loving the hat, brother. Thank you for staying up so late to be with us. I know it's like past 1 a.m. Quickly, let the people know where they can find you online, and then let's hear that fire.
I'll do that afterwards in the chart. I am a sweet emptiness in a void of fullness, an effulgence of moons and stars, cosmic galaxies in a birthless and deathless journey, lost in the solitude of sweetness and enjoying my own game. Beauty entered my haven as a spark of light, using my fingers as fragrant lavenders, feet that danced like honeysuckle and daffodils, taking my body to project the cosmic universe, my breath to create life. And the stones rode my thunder, even as the birds sang. The butterflies sprung out of the cocoons while the willows waltzed with the baboons. Women cupped their hands, even as the musical eloquence and charisma dazzled the iridescent grandeur of Orion. Seasons came out of a visionary promise called hope, summoning the spirit of happiness. Joy rejoiced in a heart called Christmas, even as goodwill summoned 3 wise men, following a star to Bethlehem of Judea. Love's light dances. The white dove of peace flies in the glimmer of the awakening sun. A little donkey carries our hopes of liberty across rough foliage and firesides, burning to remind us of a supernal birthright. Amidst the lamps of Jerusalem, heaven's lusted rays descend, blessing the body of Mary's child with its incandescent rays. Christmas, a season of mist and snow, of reindeer, Santas and sleigh, of sparkling lights and mistletoe, of family too, that sweet coming together from near and far, of fireside treats and engaging chats, so badly needed by its soul, carrying its own music, singing its own prayerful songs. Christmas, an elusive peace we still seek, like a deer running after its own musk, not knowing that its aroma lies within. Like Mary, like Joseph, like Jesus the Christ, may goodwill be ours as we celebrate the light within this Christmas. I am a sweet emptiness in a void of fullness, an effulgence of moons and stars, cosmic galaxies in a birthless and deathless journey, lost to the solitude of sweetness and enjoying my own silence. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to all my friends.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for Lantern.
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas, Happy New Year. Just everybody.
Amazing.
Lantern Carrier, he's going to put his info in the Zoom chat. Poets, make sure that you do that. Also, after performing, make sure that you're reading our chat here on Zoom because people are saying nice things about you. And you're going to want to catch up with that. Also, check out our Facebook and YouTube page because I see that there are comments being left there. And you want to go check it out. And then, of course, after the show, you can also share tonight's performance, or if you want to just skip ahead to your own, it's okay. We won't judge you. We've all done it before. Lantern Carrier, he's going to put his info in the chat. Make sure you give him a follow. Next coming up is Vail Larkin. Now, Vail, I was hit up before the show. Kingston Ollie is after Vail, but Kingston is giving up their slot so that Vail can have 2 slots because I believe Vail's poem is about 4.5 minutes or so. So, and it's something super important. I haven't heard it, but I know just a little something about it. Vail, it is good to see you. I hope all is well. Let the people know where they can find you on Instagram, and then let's get into the piece.
Yeah, I'm at Vail Larkin on Instagram and Vail Larkin on Linktree as well. In 2021, this past year, at least 50 trans people were murdered in this country. Most of them were people of color. Most of them were femmes. 3 of them were children. Ritual to summon roses. First, we beg you, please wake up. Tiana, she won't. Samuel, he can't. Bianca, she won't. Dominique, she can't. Bands, she won't. Please wake up. Second, we beg you, please wake up. Alexis, she won't. China, she can't. JJ, he won't. Jasmine, she can't. Jenna, she won't. It's too late now, but please wake up. Third, we beg you, please wake up. Diamond, she won't. Rihanna, she can't. Idlin, she won't. It's too late now for all our grief. Please wake up. Fourth, we beg you, please wake up. Jida, she won't. Dominique, she can't. Remy, she won't. Tiara, she can't. Natalia, she won't. Iris, she can't. Tiffany, she won't. It's too late now for all our grief, for all our sorrow. Please wake up. Fifth, we beg you, please wake up. Carrie, she won't. Jahira, she can't. Whispering Wind, they won't. Sophia, she can't. Danica, she won't. Serenity, she can't. Oliver, he won't. Thomas, she can't. Poe, he won't. It's too late now for all our grief, for all our sorrow, for all the silence. Please wake up. Sixth, we beg you, please wake up. EJ, he won't. Tiara Marie, she can't. It's too late now for all our grief, for all our sorrow, for all the silence. Please wake up. Seventh, we beg you, please wake up. Taya, she can't. Shy, she won't. It's too late now for all our grief, for all our sorrow, for all the silence. It's too late for love of family. Please wake up. Eighth, we beg you, please wake up. Coco, she won't. Pooh, she can't. Zoe, she won't. It's too late now for all our grief, for all our sorrow, for all the silence. It's too late for love of family, friends embracing all their facets. Please wake up. Ninth, we beg you, please wake up. Josiah, she won't. Brianna, she can't. Kier, she won't. It's too late now. All our grief, all our sorrow, all the silence. Too late now for love of family, friends embracing all their facets, all their light illuminating. Please wake up. 10th, we beg you, please wake up. Mel, he won't. Royal, she can't. Joe, she won't. Jessie, she can't. Ricky, she won't. It's too late now. All our grief, all our sorrow, all the silence. Too late now for love of family, friends embracing all their facets, all their love illuminating every human that surrounds us. Please wake up. 11th, we beg you, please wake up. Marquesha, she won't. Jenny, she can't. Angel, she won't. Danielle, she can't. Chris, she won't. 12th, Nakai, she won't. Please wake up. It's too late now for all our grief, for all our sorrow, all the silence. Too late now for love of family, friends embracing, lights all shining. Every human that surrounds us, every human in the silence. Please wake up.
Unmute yourselves and give some energy to Vail.
Thank you for speaking for those.
Wow, that was very powerful, Bill.
Incredible. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. I'm going to put a link in chat to Sisters Pittsburgh, which is a local Black trans-led organization that helps low-income and housing insecure Black and POC trans people, as well as trans and LGBT people in general.
Thank you, Vail. Vail's going to put that info in the chat. There it is right there. Also, make sure that you give a follow to Vail. Vail is powerful as power comes. I appreciate having them in the community. Vail is, I've said, like, is a writer's writer, but Vail is also a person's person. Vail's always speaking up for others, even behind the scenes. Sometimes Vail gets to my ass like, you know what's going on? 'Cause, like, to do something, you got to do something. I'm like, well, okay, Vail, I'm sorry. I adore Vail. Make sure that you go give Vail Larkin a follow. And if you become friends with them and you're lucky to have them comment on your stuff, it is so poetic. I love it. Vail can't turn it off. All right. I'm not going to be mean and make anyone have to follow that. So what I am going to do is I'm going to address those of you who came in late and remind you that you were at the Monday night online open mic presented by the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. We do this every Monday all year long this year. And it's going to be all year long next year. Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We are streaming live on the Facebook and YouTube channel of the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Tonight's list is closed. Sign-ups begin 24 hours before the show on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you'd go to neweurekan.org and click full events calendar. When you do that, make sure that you click on the date you want to sign up for. Next week is January 3rd. You click on that and you get an artist RSVP ticket. It's the only way to sign up for the Monday night online open mic and the list. So before we begin, Scott Pleasance is next. And by the way, Kingston Nolly pulled a great Scott. It was a pleasant gesture. Kingston gave up their spot so that Vail can have extra time. And it is named after our next poet who's on the list, coming from Jersey, but also repping the Bronx and having us on the big screen TV in the back. Scott Pleasance. Scott, is a pleasure to see you as always. Let the people know where they can find you online, and then the floor is yours.
All right, cool. Val, that was a really powerful piece, and I got no problems following that either, Advocate. Just to let you know, I got a kind of soft piece here anyway. And one of the things that I picked up over many weeks hanging out is the word community. And if I had $1 for every time somebody mentioned community on here, I'd probably have a really big knot in my pocket. So this one is entitled Community. What you see is what you get when you look into the eyes of this amazing community. I can see young people and older people and people in between. I see artists, writers, and poets, creatives and storytellers. I see the eyes behind glasses with minds moving words that are influenced by thoughts that are somehow put together in an amplified rhythmic tenor and tone. I see nervous voices transform before my eyes to apprehensive readers. I see apprehensive readers change to confident poets. I see confident poets change to these amazing wordsmiths. But more than anything else, I see the student becoming the teacher. And what greater value is there but to teach and be taught, to seek and be sought, to have meaning and value, to have validation and be empowered, to have your words be heard within a vacuum that spills into an ocean of embraces surrounded by familiar faces. What you see is what you get. You can see the future, which has become the now, and the wind and sails that has allowed a community to leave shore, to blossom and soar, with an abundance of metaphors that are allowed to be shared, borrowed, and stored. This further complements the complexities of personalities that cannot be contained within a small square in a screen that somehow still allows you to be heard and always be seen. You have been given prompts that cause stomps that graze and raise eyebrows and are asked to write, WRITE, the wrongs in your life, while knowing that you will remain connected, well respected, because unknowingly you have been selected. But you know what I really see when I look into this community? I see hearts tenfold that are displayed in a case called love that is supported by a hand of flawed and genuine sincerity. To simply put it, I see you. In peace.
Ooh,
came
give
with
some
love.
love.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Not
We see you.
dope, man.
Scott Pleasance, give him a follow at I am Poet 33, a mainstay here. The Monday night online open mic. His name is literally woven into the legacy, into the tapestry of our community. And he is also frequently at our hybrid events, whether it's giving love or or getting a rock out. He's come to our live events at, like I said, hybrid, and we started coming back and doing performances outside. Wild Poets, love this dude. Give him a follow at I am Poet 33, Mr. Scott Pleasance, brother. I appreciate you. Now he is in New Jersey, but he is from the Bronx, and now we are gonna go back to the Bronx with Rise, who this year came out with her book. And apparently there has been so much excitement for her book that I think there are back orders. And right? Am I right? Or did we get that fixed, or are we?
So I'm running a little bit short. I might have to put in a new order, which is a blessing.
Oh, that is awesome, Rise. Her website's throughherbigbrowneyes.com. Her Instagram is throughherbigbrowneyes.com. Rise, the floor is yours. It's good to see you, sis. Thank you for being here.
Good to see you too. This piece I wrote today, specifically for the theme. It's called Adorned in Ashes, and it goes like this. Again, it's happening. She's spiraling. Again, heartbeat, a dormant volcano, still volcano, mind, a whirlwind of thoughts, grieving, withering parts of her, hunger for a new beginning, reorganize, strategize, vision board, wipe the slate clean, begin today, tower moments, my addiction. Pyromaniac, waiting to burn all that is down to the ground, turning the world upside down, all for a thrill. Foreign stimulation, aching for regeneration, lover of fresh starts. Will you ever be truly satisfied? Will your thirst ever subside? Or will you build for the sake of rebuilding? Constantly aching for that new beginning, one thing rings true. She'll be adorned in fresh ashes. Come 2022. End poem.
Unmute yourself and get some energy, Rise.
Oh, Roz.
Yo, buy her book. She is wild.
22.
Thank you.
Through herbigbrowneyes.com, her Instagram through her big brown eyes. Go give her a follow. You'll be able to find out how you can buy her book. And I am glad she has the problem she has, because that's a good problem, right? Like it's supply and demand. There's a high demand, not enough supply. It's all right. That's a good position to be in. Just don't fall too far behind. Not too far behind. Make sure you give her a follow through her big brown eyes on Instagram or through herbigbrowneyes.com. All right, let's keep it moving. In about another half hour, I'm going to talk about our plans for 2022. But right now, we're going to leave the open mic for a second, and we are going to go into the Skiff verse with the OG himself, Mr. Paul Skiff. Skiff, let the people know where they can find you online. Thank you for once again celebrating another year with us. I so appreciate your presence in this community. I so appreciate your poetry. So let the people know who are new here how they can follow you online, and then I'm ready for your fire.
Hey, thank you for being here for, it's going on 2 years. What you do for everybody here is far beyond generous. So, can't say that enough. I'm on Skiffgram at the IG. This thing I'm going to do is actually meant to be done with a djembe drum, but I'm not going to upset my neighbors. I'm just going to tap that out here. See if I can get it going. You won't hear me tapping it out, though. A rare bird sings in the street. You? One more passing plane, one more slip of dusk up darkened building, the diminution of passers-by from a third floor. Screams of the bombed have ceased rocking chairs below my tongue. The air caresses its memoirs. The chapter on techniques for taking has appendices founded by boot wearers. Below the edges force, below the creator understanding. Leave mystery of spirit up to that which will make it disestablish the secret knowers. Give us this day uncontrolled fire left to eat alone, the life that wears your mistakes for you to see with feeling. Only wellness knows the human heart. Where did you throw out your grace? No few can say for all. I came to this meeting to wait on peace and praise the earth where we are, expecting no more. I will continue to stand for wholeness because it feels like where we all are together here tonight at this electronic New Yorican Poets Cafe on the internet's version of the Reverend Pedro Pietri Way. On the internet's version of the Reverend Pedro Pietri Way. I came to this meeting to wait on peace and praise the earth where we are, expecting no more. I will continue to stand for wholeness because it feels like where we all are together here tonight. The struggle against divisive power sounds continuously with my concern. A rare bird sings in the street. My senses now quicken with need to give out to every one of you here tonight who will declare that you have been created for love.
Unmute yourselves, give some energy to Paul.
Yeah.
Sound
Jedi Master. Jedi Master.
Rises again.
Jedi.
Master.
Jedi Master.
The Jedi Master, Paul Skiff, Skiffgram on Instagram, paulskiff.com. He was around near the beginning of them putting the poetry at the New Yorican Poets Cafe together, hanging out and writing and performing in the same vicinity with our founders and whatnot. It is so important to me. I mention this quite often. I know I apologize for those of you who've heard it 100 times. It's important for me that Paul be part of the community and likes what we do because it's like, you know, I'm really want to continue in the tradition of the founders, you know, and Paul was there through it. And if Paul says we got the okay from him, I feel a whole lot better. And he's been such a great contributor. paulskiff.com. He also has documented a lot of the history of the cafe. So make sure you go give this man a follow. All right, let's keep it moving. We going from the OG to the real gangster, the Gigi, and that is Gigi.
Hello.
Don't let this woman's sweet, polite voice fool you. All right? Don't let her sweet poetry fool you. Don't let the sweet voice fool you. Don't let that dynamic hair fool you. She's gangsta. I've heard the stories. Gigi, it's a pleasure to see you. Make sure you let the people know they can find you online, and then the floor is yours.
You can find me at iron_resilience. Hopefully, if the Omicron isn't too bad, I'll see y'all at Hybrid next month. Sorry I missed this month, but in the words of Advocate, you only have one reason to miss Poetry Slam, and that's if you have good sex. So, I wasn't there. Anyways, I have 2 short poems. Yeah, my girlfriend was visiting from Minneapolis, so sorry guys. Anyways, I have 2 short poems for you. The first one's called Bodies. And for background, I randomly texted my now girlfriend, who I hadn't seen in 6 years, that I just wanted to see her, and then flew out to see a stranger. And so it all worked out. All right, Bodies. This was the year of bodies who had been far apart for too long. The year that changed with a risky text, where I texted the first woman I ever loved, that I had not seen in 6 years, that I needed to see you, that it had been too much time, a whole pandemic, a whole funeral procession, and all I think about is you. And every new relationship, all I think about is you. And then 4 flights and a 15-minute car ride, and we were in your apartment, and it felt just as it was supposed to be. And so I finally asked you to be my girlfriend. Something I had put off for too long. It had never been the right time, never the right place, always too far away. But what if there's never the right time? What if it's only time lost? And what if now is what matters? We could be buried next to each other, but I want to run my fingers through your hair now. I want to be in your apartment now. I want to love you here and there in the 1,400 miles that separates us, because there is no perfect time, only time lost. This was the year where bodies became warmer, and the one who got away was no longer away. This was the year I finally got to call her mine. And then this one is called Pieces, because I don't do New Year's resolutions, I do New Year's themes. And so this theme was Pieces. Pieces. This was the year of living with no more excuses, of finishing the little things I said I'd do, but never had the time to, never the motivation, the shit that you'll do later, but later never comes. After you bury your father, you realize you don't have all the time in the world. So this year I got my first tattoo, and then another and another. I think I'm on number 5 now. This year, I took a 4-month grief vacation after a silent virtual graduation. I finished that fucking bachelor's degree in 2.5 years, because 17 credits a semester, I'll be damned. This year, I learned to be sad in beautiful places. It's okay for those things to coexist. I am no longer burying grief. No, I want to heal. This was the year I changed my name. So when you talk bad about me, if you don't pronounce the curvature of my new name, maybe you don't know me as well as you thought. And maybe my name doesn't belong in your mouth. This was the year of risk taking, of meeting people face to face, connecting through words, realizing the distance is only liminal. This was the year. There was a moment this year where it almost all ended. I was hiking and I slipped and I almost fucking drowned, but I didn't call for help. This was the year I almost died, but I lived close enough to do so. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be closing the year off with y'all.
What?
Yes, the Yuletide gay.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Gigi.
Yuletide gay.
Make sure you go give Gigi a follow. Again, Poets reminding you, make sure you put your info in the chat after you perform. Even Letters hit me up. She was like, ooh, she was dominating from the beginning, you know? My son knows about setting the tone and performing. He's like, you weren't lying, you know? She was dominating. She's great. He sent it again. She's great. Gigi, you're awesome. Make sure you give her a follow, iron_resilience. Oh, this community is fantastic. I love it. All right, let's keep it moving. We are going to now get into Mr. Ed Foreman. Where is Ed? He's always got a freestyle and a poem for us. Ron, do you see Ed here?
I do. I have asked to unmute, and here he is.
Awesome. There we go, my man in DC, super fresh. Brother, let the people know where they can find you online and then give us this goodness.
If you want to know where it's be in the chat. All right. This is called Oh This Year. Oh This Year. The year has been crazy. Minds filled up with knots. Days getting a little bit hazy. People avoiding the shots. Can it get even more amazing? Winter's getting hot on the spot. I'm getting a bit paranoid, lazy. Everything's getting too expensive. A few are losing their minds. A steep price to work and live. Hopefully a silver lining we'll find. Please don't angrily panic. It's only clouds around the sun. Please don't rage, havoc, then get sick. Your life has only just begun. I know things look bad, but you're still alive and here. Don't be sad or mad, you understand. Keep sharing cheers for the fears. Everyone needs helping hands. Hopefully next year gets better. We can only live in hope. A new year more sunnier than wetter. A little sunlight so we can cope. Don't worry, keep climbing up the ladder. Keep on climbing up that thin rope. Well, give yourself a huge applause. You survived 1, no, 2 pandemics. You thrive while the law recalls. Come on, be happy and enthusiastic. You didn't fall, you took it all while balancing on a chaotic ball. Please be proud and stand tall. Thank you, one and all.
Let's give Ed some love. And
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Ed Foreman, make sure you go give him a follow. Ed, put your info in the chat as well so the people can give you a follow. All right, it's 9 o'clock. Before we step forward, I always want to give some room for our assistant producer to mention what he's doing and how you can follow him. He is not on our open mic list, but he is covering my rear end so that, if anything goes wrong with me, we are in good hands. The former unsung hero of the community, now the sung hero of this community, Ron Mark Thompson. Ron, let the people know what you got going on, where they can find you online, brother.
Thank you so much. And I just want to say, I'm glad I got Rosalind's book before it got back ordered. So, I got it in. And Advocate, you're our unsung hero. You've been doing such a great job. Here is Advocate's book. If anyone is interested by his book, it's been available on Amazon. And Advocate, you've been doing a great job for all of us here these last 2 years. And who knows, if the pandemic lasts for another 5 years, we're going to be here every Monday continuing. So you can find me at Ron Mark Thompson and Bronx Art and Funner, BXAFH, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Diane will be hosting the next Equestric Poetry and Prose, January 6th. I'll put that in the chat. And this Friday, The Word is Right will be doing a New Year's Eve online open mic. Deadpan Lizzie, Elizabeth, and I will be co-hosting the Eastern hour till midnight, and then we'll hand it over to the next open micers. So keep supporting each other. Thank you so much, Advocate. Really, really appreciate it. I'll be performing next week in the open mic again. Appreciate you.
Ron, I love you, brother. I appreciate you. Hopefully this week, if not this week, definitely next month, we're going to get up. Mariella, who's sitting right next to me, she's on camera eating her sushi, enjoying the poetry. She's executive producer of two venues, one mic. We're going to talk a little bit about that later. And Ron has also helped us with that as well. He is assistant producer on that. Okay, let us keep moving. We have a new name. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. It's Ruya Rahim. Am I saying that right? Do you see that name, Ron? I don't think I've seen that.
And I'm checking, and no, unfortunately, Ruya is not here. Unless you are under a different name, let us know in the chat, please.
Yeah, so if you're under a different name, let us know in the chat, like Ron said, so that we can make sure to get you on. So let's go to my future skydiving buddy, the Goldberg, Alexander. Goldberg, let me unmute him. Alexander, a pleasure to see you. As always, Alexander has been with us practically since day one. So when we're turning 2, he's going to be with us for damn near 2 years. Brother, let the people know they can find you online, and then the floor is yours.
Find me online, Go15 on Twitter, Gorbensky on Instagram, and Alexander Gorbensky Goldberg on Facebook. So the poem that I'm presenting tonight is called Confession. The country where I used to live was not a free republic. There were no rights. Press wasn't free. It wasn't democratic. The people who were making things were paid a lot, but then the times have changed and independence came to our Ukraine. I'll tell you how I got my start. I'm thinking of my past. We have acquired freedom, but economy collapsed. I used to be an engineer. My family lived well. I had a prosperous career, but now my life is hell. There was a time we had no cash. We had no opportunity. There was a time when we faced threats to energy security. There was a time we had no home, and time when we were freezing. We kept others alive and warm when we were barely breathing. There was a time when money went to occupation army. There was a time we couldn't stand and we were really hungry. Fast forward to the current year. What do we have? What's new? Let's sum up what we've gotten here. What happened? Let's review. We're still hungry, still depressed. Restrictions were imposed. We have no money left to spend. Our factory was closed. And things did not get any better. Things have gotten worse. We only pray for warmer weather and for God's response. If we could find some business partners, we could use a favor. We need protection for our country from aggressive neighbor. We were abandoned by our friends. We're left out in the cold. We made unfeasible demands, and it is all our fault. I wish you for the coming year and all the future years, not to exaggerate the fear, more laughter and less tears. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves, kids. I need to Alexander.
Goldberg.
Get it,
How
Alexander.
you drop it?
I love it. That is when the Goldberg is at his best. Alexander Goldberg. Make sure you check the chat. He will put his info in there so you can give him a follow. Representing the West Coast of the United States. I can't wait to link up with him. We're going to go skydiving. Once I found out he goes skydiving, I'm like, oh, we getting up. I haven't been skydiving in a while, but I've been dying to go. Alexander Goldberg, go give this dude a follow. Next coming up is a voice that is new, I believe new to the Monday Night Online Open Mic, but I feel like I know her name. And that is Stephanie Vance. Stephanie, have you ever been on the Monday or Thursday Night Online Open Mic?
This is my very first time.
Yeah, great time to get it in at the end of the year. Stephanie, where are you located?
I'm in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn in the building. That's what's up. That's what's up. I love Brooklyn. Even though I'm from the Bronx, I know I'm supposed to like hate Brooklyn, but I love Brooklyn. I still like the Bronx, but I love Brooklyn too. Stephanie, you see what we're doing. Let the people know where they can follow you online if you have social media and you'd like to do so. And then you got 3 minutes to share your poetry with us. Welcome to Mondays.
Happy to be here. You can find me on the internet at Steph Makes Faces, Instagram, Twitter, Medium. And this piece is called Call Me Crazy. Like any other word, say crazy enough times and it loses its meaning. Meaning, the power in a word is its scarcity. Scarcity, a relative concept relative to any other word. Circular logic does not stop words from becoming weapons, though, and a weapon's power is its abundance. So if a word's power is scarcity and abundance, what does that make crazy? You could say, I'm crazy. You could say, my brain broke long ago and will spend a lifetime repairing itself. You could say that. You could say, I feel too much, think too much, ask too much, am too much, and not enough all at the same time. Some days I would agree with you. I hear it from those who do not hug their bros out of homophobia, from people who have never known the kind of pain that sears and then just stays, or who, when a friend is in real trouble, put their hands in the air, not my problem. You could also say calling me crazy is hurtful and unfair. You could say you are not your thoughts, as in distance myself from them, as if disavowing something so foundational is healthy in the first place. You could say you are enough, as if enough is ever enough, as if enough should even be part of the conversation, just another exercise in relativity. Let's talk about what we don't talk about when we talk about crazy. Let's talk about toxic positivity or a cultural dependency on stimulants. Can we talk about our phones now, please? Here's some pocket paranoia. You can have it as a treat. Never before has so much anxiety fit in such a small space, a true technological marvel benefiting the shareholders and the power brokers while leaving the highly sensitive holding the bag. Let's talk about that look. I tell you my story, I see pity in your eyes, but to tell my story is to stand in my power. I am a warrior. You aspire to the bravery I know. I house a parasite, a ticking time bomb for the rest of my life, and I just walk around with that shit, peer into the gates of hell and say no thank you, claw my way back to the surface, hungrier for the fresh air each time. You don't know what. That look, is it pity or is it fearful awe? I can only tell you my story because I have put in the work and I look just like you, and that sounds like an awful lot of work. I'm crazy to believe that it is not all bad, that something beautiful lives there, something worth nurturing. I'm crazy to believe that my diagnosis is not my destiny. I am crazy to believe. Call me crazy if you want. What you call crazy, I call abundance. I have things you could never dream of, and if that scares you, that's your problem. Words do have meaning and they can be dangerous, so I am reclaiming the weapon you stole from me and you cannot have it back. End poem.
Woo!
Oh
Unmute
my
yourself,
God.
people of the
Yes.
feed.
One of us.
One
One of us.
Welcome.
One of us. One of us.
The people have spoken. They're screaming one of us. When they say that you're one of us, that means you messed up, Stephanie, because now every Monday you got to come hang out with us. They love you. Stephanie Vance, Stephanie, put your info in the chat. I'm not sure what would happen. I don't know why there was that recording I heard of recording and then it stopped or whatever. I feel really bad. You were doing awesome. Like I said, I don't know what happened. So what I'm going to do is I am going to give you what's called a Monday night online open mic golden ticket, which means if there is ever, you get one, if there is ever a Monday night online open mic that you want to get on and you forgot to sign up, or you just feel like you're feeling yourself and you want to do what you want to do and you want to bump in and cut the line and feel VIP at the last second, I'm going to give you that. It's a one-time offer, but I am going to give that to you, Stephanie. So you can email me, let me know, or you could just show up and be like, yo, I'm here, golden ticket, and I will give it to you. I really, really, really apologize about that disruption there. Stephanie Vance. Stephanie, make sure you put your info into the chat so that people can follow you. Woo! Loving it. Let's keep it going. Next coming up is another man. A man who's going to just give us the fire. I love this dude. I love this dude. Representing Staten Island. Look, you better respect Staten Island. And if you don't, after hearing this man, you will. And that is Thomas Fucolaro. Thomas, I'm so happy that this is like the third or fourth time you're hanging out with us. But please let the people know where they can find you online, and then give us the goodies, man. It's the holidays. I'm ready for it.
All right. Good evening. Thank you. This is the best way I could sum up this year. The ghost of Walt Whitman's beard, or imposter syndrome, or most of my students are psychology majors. These are billable hours, my students must be thinking as I drag in the couch from the hallway and replace it with my desk. I lay down on the couch. I begin to tell my students my issues started when I was a child, the stuffed elephant in the room. I hold my trauma tightly. As they take notes, I let them know all of me will be on the next quiz. I then tell them about line breaks. How you must break a line with your teeth to truly open it. All of my students are now recording my projections and insecurities on their TikTok talk, filtering me unfettered. I tell them I want to be a better educator, but this confident, bright red balloon deflated a long, boring song ago. And then a student raises their hand and says, "Tell us about your father." And then I reply, "But I don't use a rubric." You could see the look of contempt in their eyes as fathers forged through for them to be here, and I forged my father like bad, uneven coins at faculty meetings. We do our faculty meetings on Zoom, I tell my students. And yesterday, we had a Zoom meeting with all of these professors, and a bunch of them aren't muting themselves, and the host is telling them to mute themselves, and a bunch of professors didn't know how to mute themselves, and we've been using this platform for over a year, and then I yell, "But you're fucking professors!" Not realizing I wasn't muted either. You know, you're not drowning properly unless you are unjustly ridiculing on the way down. My students laugh, but they also seem concerned. I let them know their paper on me is due Tuesday. They metaphorically prescribe me the ghost of Walt Whitman's beard. I tell them he's not on my syllabus. I tell them I don't belong here. Then I walk out into the hallway and sit at my desk and open the drawer, sifting through the loose change other educators sought, found 85 cents. Not even enough for a bag of Cheez-Its. Thanks.
Unmute yourself. Give it up for Thomas.
Yes.
Professor.
Dude, the
One
heat
professor
ball.
to another.
85 cents.
Oh.
Thomas Fucolaro. Thomas, please put your info in the chat so the people could give you a follow. I told you I love this dude. I've known him, I don't know, like 10, 15 years. I don't know. A long time, long enough to know. I love this dude. I love having him come on here. You know, you've got whatever events he's doing, you've got to see him in person so you can feel that energy in person. It is palpable. Thomas Fucolaro with the great poetry and the great beard. And you know, Thomas in his poetry, the thing I love the most about him, like I know we talk about like his energy, his performance style, and talk about his humor, but I think what I really love about Thomas is how easy he makes it appear to be so vulnerable. I know it's not easy for him, but he makes it feel and seem so seamless and easy. Like it like inspires this bravery in me, and I love it. Thomas Fucolaro, go give that man a follow. All right, next coming up to the open mic, Virginia Break. I believe this is Virginia's first time on the Monday night online open mic. Is that correct?
First time for everything. First time here, first time in New York, first time writing a poem, first time for everything. So I'm honored, and I'm just so grateful that I found this community. I walked by the cafe on my first day on Christmas Day, and I signed up yesterday, and here we go. Oh, did I lose you?
No, we're still here. We're still here. By the way, I love your beanie and I love your hair. Welcome, Virginia.
Thank you. Well, so I end 2021 healing my grief, but I enter 2022 knowing my value and finding my voice. So my poem, my first poem to ever write, is called Unconditionally. You found petty excuses to break up with me, blocking my calls, leaving me wondering, how could you defy me? How could you deceive the woman who loved you unconditionally? But conditional you were, conditionally with me. Yesterday you loved me, but tomorrow we'll see. You focused on you, but what about we? A year in the making, the future to be. The future was bright, joining my family. Life got too hard for you. You confessed to me. A new family of 4, now back to 3. How could you do this? Intentionally hurting me. You lied how you felt for selfish remorse. You say it was this, but I feel like there was more. More to the distance, distant from me. Was there someone else that your eyes chose to see? Entertaining the ease, entertaining belief that walking away was your only relief. You say you felt powerless from the choices I made, but did it ever occur to you that you did the same? I look back on the day in the bathroom you sang at the top of your lungs, your soul full of pain. I wiped the tears you cried, but I now recognize the music became your way of saying goodbye. Let's take a step back to that summer day. We invited your ex, stop by and say, hey. We gathered around the table that day, eating and laughing. I was enjoying my stay. Out of the blue, you got up from your seat, picked the centerpiece flower, but it wasn't for me. As you mended the past only you could see, the flower, the head kiss, you forgot about me. My body began to feel this uncomfortable vibe. I couldn't articulate these weird feelings inside. These feelings of why I'm not the jealous type. My friends kept warning me, watch for narcissistic types. His patience was pure. His investment for love drove hours to come see me. How could this not be true love? As tensions increased and the blame fell on me, my kids and I welcomed you in to come stay a few weeks. During these weeks, adopting to change brought versions of both of us that were challenging and strained. You held up a mirror and what did I see? A reflection of a woman I didn't want to be. Frustration and pain that lingered from my past. When I really dug in, I actually never loved me back. So I took a deep look in my soul. This broken consciousness was the only story I told. Old mindsets can't receive new miracles ahead. I dug into meditation, gratitude, prayer. It's time to clear my head. Like the phoenix, I will rise. I rise and stand tall, now believing in myself, loving all of my flaws. Where grief brought out sadness, pain, and disbelief, pouring into my faith, God decided to remove you so that I could be a better me. So tonight, I take my power back, understanding my value within. Queen motherfucking P is my name. I say it loud. I say it proud, authentically and perfect. Finally, loving me unconditionally. Thank you.
Give Virginia Black some energy.
Go on.
What a debut on the Monday Night Online Open Mic. What a debut of performing poetry in person. Well, in the public setting for the first time. Virginia Black, you better come back. I mean, Virginia Brick, Virginia Brick, you better come back. You better come back. You better come back. Ooh, I love the energy. I love the rhyme scheme. I love it. I love it. What a great way to start. Virginia Brick. Ooh, Virginia, put your info, Queen P227. Make sure you type it into the chat so people could copy and paste it. I think you got some new fans. What a way to start. All right, in about 10 minutes, we're going to talk about what we got planned for next year. But right now, we're going to get to my man, Propaganda Poet, who was tearing up Instagram Live the other night. I got to come in for a second and peep. I love the Discord. Brother, let the people know where they can follow you and maybe see more of your Instagram Live, and then kick us with a poem, man. Thank you for spending the year with us, man. Appreciate you.
Man, thank you for stopping by at my live. That was like, I was all big time now and shit because Advocate showed up. Thank you all for being who you are and just being here. So I'm going to read a couple things out of my book, which is available on Amazon. My link tree is there. It's all there. But before I read 2 short pieces out of here and then end with a micro poem, I'm going to read a blurb off the thank you page. Specific shout outs to the infamous and legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe and the Monday Open Online family and its host, Advocate of Wordz. This group redefines the meaning of fire as it catches and spreads the flames of justice and humanity all over the world, bringing the heat every single time. This is written because you guys were around, and I thank you for that. Because before y'all came along, it felt like it was open season on poetries. And you see, I have a Fight Club mentality and a they live reality. It's like Sesame Street insanity every time I step out that door. I'm trapped in a capitalist idiocracy, married to rampant religious hypocrisy, with planned obsolescence bureaucracy, inviting the vultures to come in and feed on the poor. We follow a piecemeal constitution in need of massive evolution. We need a new and improved revolution. They've been milking theirs for hundreds of years. It's time for real reclamation. Let's brand it, reboot the declaration, hopefully recapture the attention of this nation away from these systematic media spastic fears. We suffer snake charmer leadership because we have prepubescent readership. It's like a sad, sadistic comic strip. We're in a film that's both fluff and stuff. This neo-American dreamscape has been built on congressional class rape. How much more of this bullshit manipulation are we going to take? Just when is enough finally enough? This price is far too high. The end is far too nigh. This will be the time that democracy forgot if we fail to rise up and heed this cry. Second poem. I love you, America, you hot mess. I'm fairly confident that I might know a few things about loving a hot mess. I might have just been that hot mess a time or two. You are beautiful, crazy hot mess, America, but I love you. But we still got work to do. Somewhere in America, 2 generations after Nazi Germany, the grandson of a Luftwaffe pilot and the grandson of Holocaust survivors become bandmates, roommates, friends. You are beautiful, America. But things are getting dangerous. History isn't repeating itself. It's the same old story with the same shade of villainy. Do you like watching, or might you actually pay attention this time? If we don't actively put an end to it, it may very well put an end to us. You see, somewhere in America, 2 generations after Nazi Germany, grandson of Luftwaffe pilot and the grandson of the Holocaust survivors become bandmates, roommates, and friends. Please, America, don't let their grandchildren take 2 generations back in the other direction. And then a final micro poem. This is called Nuyo Open Mic Online Saved My Life. Every time I spill my sunshine, you bring flowers to my darkness. In a world that is far too ugly, far too often, your beauty keeps me alive. Thank you for keeping me alive. Thank you for encouraging my behavior. I love you all.
Thank
you. You are awesome.
Bravo. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful gravity. Beautiful.
Penguin Studios on Instagram. Brother, make sure you put the info in the chat once more so that people can give you a follow. Love this dude. Love his energy. Make sure you go check him out. Next coming up is a mainstay here, but she's been away, and I'm missing her, and I am happy that she's here. And oh wait, I can't. Where is she? Representing North Cali. Where's Metronome? Ron, do you see her?
Yes, she's under her secret government name. Monica, you're unmuted. Go ahead.
Hi, thank you.
There she is! Ah! Wait. Before we begin, what's up with the shoe game?
So I'm walking on stage, so you would see my back first. Can you see it?
Oh, yes.
Okay, and then I would be coming up with my thigh-high patent leather Kelly green Rasta. What?
I love it. I love it. I'm so happy that we got to see you again. This woman's energy is everything. All right, representing North Cali. They gully out there. You don't mess with them. Metronome, let the word. Oh, do you have a social? I know you got a social media, but are you using?
Yeah, on Instagram, word by Metronome.
Awesome. Let's go. I'm ready for. I haven't heard you in a while, so wait. Let me brace myself. All right, I'm ready for it. Go ahead. Floor is yours.
So I'm so sorry I went ghost, but this year I actually laid 9 tracks down. I put my poetry, my word to beat to real reggae dub beat from a producer, a selector right out of Jamaica who made me beats specifically for my poetry. So I'm doing full circle. I'm going to perform my first poem I ever wrote, but I'm doing it to my new beat. So let me know if it's too loud, not loud enough, please. Is that cool? Right. Idris. Sis dress. the most I. You were the most high, talking all that lingo, pretending you were Jamaican. More like that dog from the land down under called a dingo. Who the cap fit? Let them wear it. Every single Bob lyric is singing about the likes of you, warning me of the fakes and snakes that project their poison onto anyone who has a soul. My best friend was my worst enemy. Bob told me I didn't listen. I was all about the positive, blinded by your dread. I didn't see how negative and toxic it was inside your head. But fortunately, I marinated in Marley since I was 10, and that helped me call it the end when I realized you're half size. Why you thinking you were tough gong? Rude boy, you underestimated the true Rudy, the dumpy conqueror who lived and breathed your evils and revealed the devil you are. Can you dig it? You blood clot motherfucker. Bumper clot, blood sucker, draining the life force from another. No longer will I allow you allowed to give my power to the likes of you again. I know better now after living with your sin. I keep my peace and tranquility and trust my guts. I don't fight when you are fishing. I no longer fall for your manipulation. Shop with your dirty looks on, pretending to be down with your relating and observations. Cha with your dirty looks on, covering up your fake smile that is judging and oh so cunning. Cha setting me up with flattery and attention, gaining my trust, just waiting for my guard to bust. Cha waiting patiently to drain my pure energy like a tick ready to attach and suck the life force out of me. Ya bumba, nothing but the blood clot strangling an innocent heart, preventing it to pump, holding on to your prey with your bitterness and sick crave. I see your kind now, son, come from a million miles, son. Micro expressions give you away each and every day. You can fool some people sometime with your brainwashing. It happens over time suddenly, a constant drip of a bad philosophy. Your great game has been released for publication, and I no longer your chess piece moving with dedication. Your charisma has lost its charm, and you are drowning in your own karma.
Yeah, that was
Unmute yourselves,
fire.
give it up for
Yeah,
Metronome.
yeah.
Monica the rapper. Monica the rapper.
Monica,
Monica the rapper. Rapper.
that was dope. That was
Info in the chat so that the people can give you a follow and they could cop your album when you are ready to put out. Share with us. It was so good to see you. Hopefully you're able to spend some more Mondays with us. I miss you. And I am dying out to get out to North Cali. I've been on the East Coast long enough. I need to get out to Cali. Damn pandemic. Metronome, go give her a follow. She's going to put her info in the chat so that you can give her a follow. All right. We're going to go to one more person, Jose Munoz. Sorry. And then we're going to talk about what we got planned for next year. I'm excited about this. Let's get to Jose first. Jose, I believe, wait, is this your second time with us or your very first?
So this is actually my very first. I signed up week before last, but I didn't make the cut.
Okay. All right. Cool. Because I remember seeing your name. So, Jose, it's a pleasure to have you. Where are you located?
I'm here in Manhattan on the Upper West Side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
New York City in the building. We've been around doing this for 91 weeks. Where have you been? Where have you been?
Well, I actually just moved to the city back in July. So this is my first time kind of falling back into a place where I was writing again. And got to the point where I was looking at, feel like if anywhere in the world there's an open mic where I might be able to perform, it would probably be New York. And you guys were the first ones that popped up.
Awesome. But listen, I got to tell you, because I knew you're new to our community. I just want to give you a little insight.
Sure.
Whenever you're asked, where have you been? The only acceptable answers are that you're writing the next great American novel or you're having divine sex. Those are the only two acceptable answers, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you again. Where have you been?
Having divine sex.
Oh, I can't blame you. Well, Welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic. Please let the people know where they can follow you online, and then you got 3 minutes to kick it.
Thank you. I don't have any social media following to speak of. You can email me. I'll drop my email at the end if you want a copy of any of my stuff. I'd like to thank, really quick shout out to my editor, who is my wife, Charlie, who is my reader for all of my poetry. Couldn't do it without her. And I've got just a couple to run through really quick. So I'm just going to get into it. This first one's called Allergies Keep Me Out of Nature. The air is waltzing coral circulating through naked timber veins. February dug deep in her smiling pockets to tip the yawning green thicket that breathes in falling shadows and pours out its weedy love like balanced silk. Picture an orange hot needle of sun dropping into the groove, the anxious groove of shady spring, and the curtain is following on an electric purple horizon matinee. It's desperate because it's religion coming down like an atom bomb from an open sky of country starlight burning onto quiet roofs. And that's the first one. The next one is called, if I get to it, Coke Can. So title is just Coke Can. Plant me red and white, uncover silver roots, growing sharp into metal flowers, blooming up into the cold archaeological hands of a winter flood. Coke can touching ice in a new season, reaching towards a hummingbird moon. And this next one is called Religion is First. Religion is first at the funeral of my great-grandmother. I sat in English across from the Spanish indifference of her silver casket. Balance hung even across the pews, split by the hard stick of the chapel aisle that I was about to walk down to take up the chill of first death onto my teenaged shoulder. But before all that, I looked at the hard coffin like it was holding up hard heaven, and sitting in the hard seat in my hard starched suit, thinking about the hard ground holding my hard great-grandmother, I heard the softness of the church organ and instantly choked on the interior of my throat. So religion is first crying in that church, and almost any time I hear organ music. Religion is walking into the chapel at Windsor Castle through a side door, my neck snapping back, looking straight up at the ceiling, and again weeping the same way. This is religion first to me. And then the last one I have is The One Who Warns. I wonder how much time I've lost spelling out my name. M as in Mary, all those breaths, U barely seconds, N like the night, but every day, O it adds up, Z like a zoo or a zebra. To what, I wonder? What does my name equal in the mouths of strangers? Is the addition of an N or the Z transposed the mark of trying or carelessness? Mispronounced or misspelled, I am revised. You have edited me, whether you meant to or not, against my will. So let me spell it again, a third time, a fourth. Say it until your tongue stops fluttering and you pick up the tune. Write it down until the M's and Z's congeal without the cautery of your delete key. Read what I put in front of you. Listen to the way you have given me all the names I am not. Munzo, Munaz, Munez, Muniz, Nunez, etc. Understand then why Joe feels so much more comfortable than the name I was born with, a name I don't even think about every day. I think about how much time I've lost. But then add a letter, add a sound from somewhere further away, add the lyric of myth and history and family, and I wonder how much time I have cost someone else. I hope less than those who stole the curve out of the hill of my name, who pressed down the moon without trying, without caring, but I know it's not zero. Thanks.
Unmute
Well, welcome, man.
Thank you.
You messed up. You messed up because now you got to be here every Monday. Every Monday. Joe, that was awesome, first off. And I got super self-conscious of that last poem because when I had said your name, I messed it up. And I was like, oh no, and I'm listening to the poem like, this is a great poem, but I can't enjoy it because it's about me too. I'm in its line, but I can't blame you. You may not have social media, but you got a place with us. Make sure you come back, brother. That was fantastic. Woo, okay. Vex Lex, it will be next. But before we get to Vex, I can finally talk about things that I've been wanting to talk about. Let's get this going, folks. Let's get this going. I've got some plans for 2022. Now, I'm calling it the 2022 Poetry Coup. I ain't being facetious. I am playing around There is no one person or organization that can dominate poetry. It is crazy. It cannot be controlled. So I'm doing it at, being playful. And not everything I'm going to talk about is going to be top secret. So let us get into it. We've got some dates to talk about. During the first 4 months of the year, we're just going to talk about the first 4 months and those important dates. First off, let's talk about this, the Monday Night Online Open Mic. You've heard me say it a lot tonight. You've heard me say it all year long. Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That's not going to change. I am going to get back to doing highlights. I know I've slipped up on that community, but I am going to get back to doing the highlights. I am going to update the intro because we got some new faces here. Want to include them. But first things first, let's talk a little bit about what you do know. You do know, if you've been following along, that in January, we have no themes. Go wild, folks. We are going to get back to themes in February, but not January. February 28th, it is going to be our 100th open mic. That's it. We've moved into 3 digits. The 2-digit days are soon to be behind us. February 28th is going to be our 100th open mic. I got some special things planned for that. And I got some special things planned for April 4th, which will be our 2-year anniversary. So much going on. I'm going to get into that later, but those are the important dates for the Monday Night Online Open Mic. But of course, every Monday we're doing that. So the important dates, January 3rd, February 28th, April 4th. 3 dates down, 10 to go. Let's talk a little bit about some more stuff that you're already maybe familiar with, and that is the hybrid open mic. This is where, for those of you who may not know, half of our open mic is performing inside the New Eurekan Poets Cafe proper, the brick and mortar. They are on that stage. And then the other half is right here from Zoom. And those of you who join us with the hybrid through Zoom, we project your big, beautiful faces onto our big whiteboard projector, and everyone in the cafe gets to listen and watch to you. It's like, I love doing that. I love getting to hear people live, and I really love to be in a space where we're listening to poetry from our poets at home, and I get to do it like with a collective in a big room, and I love it. I love it. So you already know January 15th. You should now know February 12th. March 5th and April 16th are going to be the next dates for hybrid. So that's 4 more dates off our calendar: January 15th, February 12th, March 5th, and April 16th. So I've got 6 more dates to talk about. Talk a little bit more about, more or less about this. Just a little bit. 2 venues, 1 mic, executive produced by Mariela Salazar and myself. This is where we take 2 venues, literally the New Eurekan Poets Cafe and another venue around the world, and we host an open mic simultaneously. We take turns calling people to our stage. So when people are performing in another venue, we project them onto our big screen at the New Yo. And then when the people at the New Yo are performing, we are projected somewhere across the world. In November, it was in Paris. Come this January 29th, it is going to be in London. And we are working with this awesome collective, this awesome community run by Mo. It is called Moetry. You can find them on Instagram at Just Moetry. Now in February, I probably shouldn't be talking about this because the ink isn't dry, but I'm going to talk about it because I know it's going to happen. February 26, 2022, we are going to be doing a simultaneous open mic with Princeton University. I have had the great fortune of coming out there performing many times. They have their own students out there, their own poet societies. So I've been speaking with them. I put a bug in their ear back in October when I went out there. So February 26th, Princeton University and the New Eurekan Poets Cafe are going to host the simultaneous open mic through the power of Zoom. And last but not least, I want to talk about March 19th. We are going to be rocking out with Tokyo. Japan in the building. I have to say, the good people over in Japan have worked very hard to make this happen. The biggest difficulty has been the time difference. They have been so awesome to work with. I appreciate them. When you get a chance, make sure you go to their website, Kotoba Slam Japan. If I am pronouncing that wrong, I'm sorry. Am I pronouncing that wrong? I'm not pronouncing that wrong. KotobaSlamJapan.com. They're doing some real interesting things out there. So I've had a meeting with them. With Marielle and myself, I've had a meeting with them. They're fantastic people. They got a lot of energy. I'm really excited. And what they're doing is really creative. So you can go check them out. Here we go. We have knocked down 11 of the 13 dates. January 29th, February 26th, and March 19th. I'm not ready to tell you who is April 30th, but just know it is in the calendar. So make sure that you put that in your calendar. April 30th. We're going to also do a 2 venues, 1 mic. With that being said, let's move on to the new venture. Something I have been wanting to do for a long time. And that is, let's write a book of poems. We're doing a workshop, folks. And it's going to be about 12 to 14 months right now. We are going to go from beginning to end of writing poems, editing poems, formatting it, and putting it in a book for you to publish. So, whether you have recently published your book or you don't even know where to start in putting a book together, this workshop is going to be for you. The way we are going to break it down is that even if someone wants to join late or they want to hop out and then hop back in, we are going to make that very easy for them. A little bit of info on it. It's going to begin February 20th, Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We're doing this on Zoom, and there is no live stream. It's just going to be who is in the workshop. That's it. We are not doing this for anyone else. We're not doing this for shows. We are going to be in the lab, and of course, facilitated by me, Advocate of Wordz. We're going to talk about writing. We're going to talk about editing. We're going to talk about formatting and a whole bunch of other stuff. Writing, we're going to talk about form poetry, free verse, inspiration and muse, the relationship you have with it. We're going to talk about story and plot. We're going to talk about finding/strengthening your voice. And we're going to talk about what I like to call anti-editor mode. When it comes to editing, we're going to talk about the different types of editors, the do's and don'ts, the tips and tricks. My favorite, less words, more power. I always get into that. And the ear is the best reader. I got that info from my man, Bobby Ice. I mean, you may know him as Robert Frost, but I call him Bobby Ice. He said that. In terms of format, we're going to be doing a bunch of things. We're going to be talking about the history of certain things and techniques we're talking about within poetry. We're going to talk about the mice quotient, which is like my favorite thing when it comes to storytelling. We're going to come to show it, don't say it. These are a bunch of things that you could put and write it in, edit in. But I also want to have discussions with it. We're going to talk about eye candy, and we're going to talk about know you and know you. I'll get into that when we get into it. That's something that I really enjoy. The writing workshop is going to be about an hour to an hour and a half. It's going to be about writing, editing, all of that. And then, depending on how quickly we get done, we are going to just have an open discussion about poetry, which could be about what we spoke about in the workshop. We could let it trail off, because not only do I feel it's important for us to work, but then I also feel like it's important to kind of, there is always these little tidbits of knowledge that we get from just talking shop together, you know? And I want to be able to do that. So we're going to work, and then we're going to hang out and talk shop. So like I said, the workshop's going to be about an hour to an hour and a half. And then we're going to be able to have like an open discussion for about a half hour to an hour. So that will begin February 20th, and it will be every Sunday. So every Sunday and Monday, you're with me. And also, by the way, it starts at 8, but it's technically going to begin around 8:05, 8:10, because at 8 o'clock, that's when the Monday night online open mic list signs up. So at 8 o'clock, you jump on New York, you get your open mic ticket for the following Monday, and then you come over. So about 8:05 is really when it's going to begin. February 20th, every Sunday. I'm excited about that. As time goes on, I will let you know more about this. Now, last but not least, April 4th is our 2-year anniversary. But beginning on April 5th, we are going to open the calls for submission for the anthology. Now, it is not an online open mic. We are doing a true blue anthology. And let me explain. Instead of just saying the name, it's a working title. We're not keeping this title. Working title. First off, poets, you will be allowed to submit up to 5 original poems. We are only taking original poems, and you're only allowed to submit up to 5. It doesn't mean we're going to take all 5, but you're allowed to submit up to 5 original poems. We accept all styles and languages. Our online open mics have been welcoming styles and all styles and languages, so we are going to do that. Your poem, here's the caveat. Your poem must have been read on the Monday or Thursday night online open mic on or prior to April 4th, 2022. So any day after that you performed your poem, you could not submit it. Now, granted, maybe you performed your poem in December or October, September, and since then you've made some edits. That's okay. We're not going to be sticklers like that, but it's because when we format the poem, when we format the book, we want to share the date that your poem was performed on the online open mic. This is about putting together an anthology for the community. And the truth of the matter is the community has been connecting online in this format. And I am opening it up to Thursday night online open mic as well, not just Mondays, because Thursday had kicked off our online open mics. And many people who come visit on Mondays, they also visit on Thursdays. Some of them started on Thursdays. I'm like, all right, I'll hang out with you too on Monday, so it's great. Shout out to our host, La Bruja, for Thursday nights. Thursday at 9 p.m. is when 9 p.m. Eastern is when the Thursday night online open mic is going on. So with that being said, there's going to be more specific info that's going to be coming out in January about this. I am letting you know now ahead of time so that you can figure out what 5 poems you want to submit. You can get the dates that you performed it, and we're going to be checking on YouTube and Facebook. By the way, go check out New Eureka Poets Cafe on Facebook and YouTube to go visit all of our previous open mics. We are going to check to make sure that you performed it on that day, even if you edited it, okay? So make sure that you do that. You've got time. And then if there is a poem that you've written and you've yet to share, but you would love to include it, you still got time. The last day, April 4th, 2022, is the last day that you could have performed it. It has to be from April 4th, 2022 or earlier. Everything after, we're only covering the first 2 years. So that will begin on April 4th. It is when it is going to open up. Folks, I got so much more to talk about what's coming with the summer. I can't say it right. Mariella's here. If I say what we're doing this summer, she's going to kill me. I just want to let you know, let's just say that we are going to be very accessible to one another every day at any time. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say about it. So these are the dates, the super important dates for the first 4 months of this month. Of course, every Monday night we're going to be rocking out. I didn't put every Monday night. And of course, every Sunday night now we are going to be doing the workshop. So with that being said, I think I have said enough. Let's get back to the poetry, because at the end of the day, all of this is being built off of the poetry we are hearing here on the Monday Night Online Open Mic. And we are going with Vex Lex. I saw the PJ pictures. Is that the reason your hair kept getting did? Huh, Vex? All right, I'm teasing you. Vex just rocked out at our last hybrid open mic and killed it. I am so happy that Vex is part of our community. I've gotten to hang out with her in person. Vex, let the people know they can find you online and they get us back into the groove of the poetry. They've heard my mouth enough.
You guys can follow me on Instagram at Vex Lex Poetry. My mind is still trying to wrap around all the info you just gave us. I think my calendar just had an orgasm. But all right, so I have 2 short pieces. The first one is called Christmas Wishlist. Prosperity, longevity, the love of a good woman. These cannot be wrapped and stuffed under a tree. An improvement in my mother's health. A decent good night's rest for her. For Slick to not have passed on. We celebrate Christmas on the 24th. It'll be just the 2 of us. A small gathering with enough personality to fill the entire room. More laughter. Damn it, we could use more laughter, especially in the moments where we sulk, worry, and contemplate ourselves to death. Softness. Softness in a world that pushes you to be hard with sharp edges. Peace of mind. Because whenever I take a piece of my mind, it is riddled with insecurities and dissolves in my hands. What I want for Christmas is to continue having more Christmases. And my last piece is pretty short. It's called Masterpiece. I've never had much of an appreciation for art, until you were reluctant to show me your canvas. You believed that galleries around the world held more things worthy of attention. But you didn't realize that if you let me color your canvas, together we'd be a masterpiece. You didn't know how to be naked, and I was never taught how to paint. Nonetheless, you let an amateur cover you in tints and schemes that only we could see. Thank you.
Ooh, unmute
Vex
yourself,
always
give
bringing
Vex
it,
some love.
bringing it.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
absolutely.
Vex. All right.
At Vex Lex Poetry, make sure that you go give her a follow. A mainstay here at the Monday Night Online Open Mic, this community. Love you, Vex. Thank you for spending the year with us. Gustav Solis is now next. Another mainstay here, a recent mainstay starting in the fall, I believe. Gustav representing Florida. I hope that you two are going to consider submitting to the anthology. But right now, just let the people know they can find you online, and let's hear some more fire.
Okay. This is called, I'll put my stuff in the chat later. This is Ignited We Stand. It's coming, brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers. This is the dissension. This is the ascension we've been waiting for, here and now with room for more. We will not be recruited, red-pilled, used as pawns, nor jackbooted. Rise up, sisters and brothers. This revolution's ours. It's for our mothers, the dispossessed and the oppressed, who've been lied to and second-guessed, prisoners, soldiers, and the ill, all those the fascists would kill. Come with us, brothers, sisters, march till your feet have blisters, for your vote, for justice, and yes, for love. Engage that we may rise above. Our revolution's no violent overthrow, for fighting war with war, you know, never ends well. So raise our voices. Enlightened people must make wise choices. Peace will win, a revolution of the mind. Let's show them some real intelligent design. On fire now we make our demand. Peace and justice now. Ignited we stand.
Woo! Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Gustav.
Show them some real intelligent design. What?
Gustav, make sure you put your info in the chat so that the people can give you a follow. I love this man's energy, man. He comes for the jugular. Gustav Solis, a mainstay member here of the Monday Night Online Open Mic, ending 2021 with us. Hopefully, you're going to be helping us bring in 2022. Next coming up is another man who is a mainstay here that we have had the pleasure of bringing in and welcoming into our community recently, and that is our brother from Malaysia, Julian Matthews. Man, I am so happy you are part of this community, Julian. You always bring something. As I always say, it's like he cuts open a vein and artery in his soul, and he just puts it on the page. Julian, let the people know where they can find you online, and then I'm ready for your work, brother.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hear you loud and clear.
You can find me on Linktree/Julian Matthews. Things you may have lost this year. Lost keys, lost wallet, lost phone, lost time, lost money, lost that president, fuck him, lost his tweets, lost his lies, lost his phoniness, hooray. Lost father, lost mother, lost sister, lost brother, lost child, lost boys, lost girls, lost so many boys and girls, lost so many babies, lost so many babies, lost so many who needed to live. I hear their cries and ask, why? Lost mates, lost dates, lost caring, lost blood, lost sweat, lost tears, lost fears, lost being scared, lost fearfulness. Lost teeth, lost hair color, lost looks, lost appetite, lost weight. Gain weight, damn it. Lost sight, lost hearing, lost smell, lost taste. Wait, sounds like COVID, have yourself tested. Lost DMX, lost Murray Wilson, lost BJ Thomas, lost Charlie Watts, lost Don Everly, lost Stephen Sondheim, lost Chick Corea, lost musicians. Never lose their music, never lose their music in your head, in your heart, in your mind. Lost Jack Hirschman, lost Robert Bly, lost Ferlinghetti, never lose their poems, never lose their poetry. Lost Desmond Tutu, great man, great humanitarian, live his morality, live his humanity, live his Ubuntu. Lost faith, lost belief, lost spirit, lost God, lost grace, lost organized religion, no disgrace. Lost my turn, lost my right, lost directions, lost my way. Please use Waze, at least Google Maps. Lost mornings, lost nights, lost middle of the day, lost time of the day. Hey, wake up already. Lost rights, lost claims, lost lands, lost case, live to fight another day. Lost your page, lost your journal, lost books, lost memories. Start again. Write a single word. Put one word in front of another, then another, then another. Let the sentence not be your sentence. Let your lines be a lifeline. Start again. Lost light, lost focus, lost dog, lost cat, lost fur baby, lost dog, lost means of living, lost obsession, lost possession, lost lover, lost friendship, lost serenity, lost a reason to care. Okay, you need therapy. Lost ticket, lost bet, lost strategy, lost game, lost league. Don't sweat it. 2022, you'll win again. Lost bad jokes, lost setup, lost punchline, lost the need to be your wind-up clown, lost parking ticket, lost parking space, lost car in parking lot. Where's my goddamn car? You're losing it, Julian. Lost vacation, lost that holiday, lost flight, lost ticket, lost your seat, stay home, hug the people you're with. Lost love, lost words, lost metaphors, lost stanzas, lost poem, lost poem, lost poem. Oh, here it is. Found it. Found poetry. Found New Yorkan. Found my tribe. Found my people. Found my fam. Found my community. Found you and you and you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Unmute yourself and give it up for
Julian
the
brought that
Julian.
shit. Oh,
Community.
way to go,
Julian.
Julian. All the way to go.
Yes.
Found my tribe.
Oh my God. I loved it. I loved it. Julian Matthews, find him on Linktree, get all of his links. I am so honored that he put us in his poem, said, found my tribe. Julian, I love having you as part of this community. I am happy that you are here all the time hanging out with us. Thank you, brother. Julian Matthews, this dude is a beast with the pen. Make sure that you go give him a follow. Love having him with this community. I love this community. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going all year 2022. But we're not ready for 2022. Because we got a new voice to share with you, at least a new voice to the community. I don't know how long they've been writing, and that is Tamisha Goldberg. I hope I said your last name right. If I said it wrong, or if I said whatever I said wrong, make sure you correct me.
Yes, you said it right. Thank you so much.
Yes, Tamisha, where are you located?
I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn in the building. Got love for Brooklyn. All right, Tamisha, you see what we've been doing. If you have social media, first let us know where we can follow you online. If you want to, there's no pressure. And you got 3 minutes to perform your poetry. Welcome to Monday Nights.
Thank you very much for having me. So I'm going to be performing 2 poems. And the first one is called Winter. Okay, here it goes. I stand by him waiting as the sun passed by, his arms wrapped around my shoulder. The mall, where we used to sit and eat our cake, store, where I remember him buying me my favorite sweater. I got closer to him and I could sniff his cologne. Vanished. I went to the mall and bought something to eat. Oh no, he's there. And I turned away, act like I didn't see him, and ate and waited while time passes by, like how the vehicles passes pedestrians on the street. It seems to me that my lover has gone. I must suck it up It's like drowning in the ocean. I no longer have a clear mind. I open my arms to take in the fresh air. Suddenly, the sun came out, beaming upon me. Held my tissue in my hands like a mother held her child. Terrified, I could still sense the smell of his cologne. As I'm watching the sun go down River Island, I can still realize that my lover is forever gone. Okay. I have another poem, and it's called Strong Black Queen. Brilliant. That's me. Strong Black Queen. I'm here to stay. Take a good look at me. And don't forget this face. God sent me here for a reason. I hold my head up high each day, no matter what anyone say. Strong Black Queen, so intelligent and beautiful as you can see. Life is worth living. Relax and expand your mind. Your mind is a terrible thing to waste. Strong Black Queen, that's me. I will never let anyone try to tear me down. I know my worth on this earth. I'm unique. No one is exactly like me. That's what makes me special. Don't cry. Wipe your tears. You are beautiful. Don't let anyone tell you different. Strong Black Queen, that's me. I'm here to stay. Take a good look at me. And don't you forget this face. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Woo! Give some energy to Tamisha, y'all.
Yes.
Nice job. Way to rock it. Way to rock it.
Tamisha Goldberg, make sure you put your info in the chat so that people can follow you. Thank you for helping us close out 2021. Don't be a stranger, Tamisha. I love it. I love it. I love the energy she brought here. All right, let's keep it moving because I got 8 more people on this list, including mainstays like Amanda Villanueva. But right now we're going to Xavier, who we haven't heard from in a while. And I was warned by Xavier that their internet might be going in and out. So let's get it in. Xavier, we haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad that you're back. Let the people know where they can find you online if you have social media. And then you got 3 minutes to rock out.
Okay. I'm from Texas. I don't really have any social media you can follow, but I have a book out called Poems of Nature by Xavier Pimentel on Amazon.com. You can just search that title. I can put it in the chat for everyone, but yeah. The piece that I'm going to read is called The Hermit, or it's in German. It's called Der Einsiedler. So I'll get right into it. It's about 3 minutes long. I'll read the English translation at the end for everyone, just so you know. It's called Der Einsiedler. Aus der Welt bin ich geschieden. Ich bin ein Einsiedler mit Frieden. Die Nature gibt mir Lust. Tag und Nacht gehen langsam weiter. Mit Natur als mein Lebensleiter. Von Licht bin ich geküsst. Der Sonnenaufgang ist genug. Es hat keine List und Betrug. Ein Bach ist nur ein Bach. Es sind die Leute, die dumm sind. Sie gehen das Leben stumm und blind. Die Natur ist einfach. Obwohl ich ein Einsiedler bin, macht das Leben immer Sinn. Ich habe noch Freiheit. Ich weiß, dass das Leben die Mutigen mag. Mutigen und Starken retten den Tag. Ich mag die Einsamkeit. Ich bin getrennt von der Welt. Das habe ich leider gewählt. Ich bin gerne allein. Die Leute machen mich oft Angst. Ich habe oft Erwartungsangst. Lass mich einsam sein. And the English translation is The Hermit. It's called, I am divorced from the world. I am a hermit with peace. Nature gives me pleasure. Day and night go on slowly, with nature as my life guide. I'm kissed by life. Or light, sorry. The sunrise is enough. It has no trickery and deceit. A brook is just a brook. It's the people who are dumb. They walk life blind and dumb. Nature is simple. Though I'm a hermit, life always makes sense. I still have freedom. I know that life likes the brave. Brave and strong save the day. I like solitude. I'm separate from the world. Unfortunately, I have chosen that. I like to be alone. People often scare me. I often have expectation anxiety. Let me be lonely. And that's the piece.
Ooh. Unmute yourselves. Give Xavier some energy.
Yes. Beautiful, well written, nice job. Way to keep going.
Good job. Awesome.
Love it. Xavier, Pimentel. Xavier, stop being a stranger. I know you're probably out there writing the next great American novel or maybe the next great German novel and having divine sex in all kinds of languages. But you're awesome. Please come back. Xavier, also put your info in the chat if the people would like to reach you. All right, let's keep it moving. I got 7 more to go. Next up is, again, I believe it's another new voice to the Monday Night Online Open Mic, and that is Tatiana Moliner. And I hope I'm saying Tatiana's last name right. If I'm not, she's going to correct me. Tatiana, am I saying your last name right?
Molinar. Close.
Molinar?
Yeah.
Molinar. Tatiana, welcome. This is your first time on Monday nights, correct?
Yeah.
Awesome. And where are you located?
I'm in Los Angeles, in South Central Los Angeles.
Okay, LA. I've been out to LA. Is the weather nice out there? Still in the winter?
It wasn't nice today.
Oh, okay. All right, awesome. Welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic. You see what we're doing, Tatiana. First, let the people know that they can find you online, and then you got 3 minutes to kick a poem.
Okay, so my Instagram is spacey.solar. I can write it when I'm done. And then I just have one poem. It all feels like it's for nothing, like it's in vain. All the blah, 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 even the breathing, the mundane sucking and blowing of air, the perpetual blowing the job of living at the edge of a civilization toppling with bumbly, frothy ego, drenched in the stench of imaginary righteousness. Spending our Sundays in our respective herds, simplicity sacred, while the over-embellished steals the show. The cavernous figure of opulence clawing at the austere. Civility posturing, while all of us propped up on pride conceal shadows of shame from imaginary inadequacies, watching one another bluff joy as if we aren't starved for more love, as if we aren't longing to return to the asylum of oneness from where we all came, as if we don't give birth to one another. Sanctity lives at the base of our spines, never mind what the holy man says. Thank you.
Ooh, the chat.
Thank you.
One of us.
The chat was lighting up with that one. Ooh, Tatiana, put your info in the chat. I think you got some new followers. You are one of us too. Man, y'all people are coming on here and dropping your dope words and you messing up because now every Monday you're gonna have to come hang out with us. And we are asking for all your social media so that we can hunt you down and make sure that you know that you hanging out with us. Like what? It's the holidays on a Monday night and you with your family? What do you think you're doing? We see you on Instagram. You're supposed to be with us. Tatiana, oh, she just put it quickly. Spacey Solar. Go find it. Spacey.solar. Tatiana, thank you so much for joining us. Do not be a stranger. Okay, we down to 6 more poets. I don't see Maria Rubio. Maria, if you are here, feel free to hit up me or Ron Mark Thompson. Also, I want to let y'all know we are 2 hours and 12 minutes into it, and we still have 50 people here on Zoom watching. We only got about 5 poets left, and this is just on Zoom, right? We have more people watching than there are people who perform. This is not even counting YouTube and Facebook. This is really huge with the community. Like, we want to make sure that people who are joining us are not just saying, I want my turn, but they want to hear that they really enjoy the craft too. And of course, we want to hear everyone's voice too. We want to give it. So I don't see Maria Rubio, right? Because Caitlin changed her name, right? Caitlin, right? You're not Maria, you're Caitlin, right? You're right, Caitlin, right? Yeah, I'm talking to you like with the beanie. Yeah. Right? It's Caitlin. All right, yeah. Oh, you want me to, you don't want me to put your info up. Got it. I'm not going to say your government, right? All right, hit me in the DM. All right, everyone's like, who are you arguing with on Zoom? I'm looking crazy. I'm going to keep going. And I don't see Bushra here. We know who Bushra is, and he's not here. So, Maria, you come in. Let us know, Bushra, we don't see you. So now we are going to Amanda Villanueva, the woman who can cut you with a compliment, the killer orca, the killer where I love this woman, loving the hair too, representing the Bronx and Oakland. I mean, how much more hood can you get representing Oakland and the Bronx? I love it. And she's a fantastic poet. She is a fantastic poet. Amanda, it is good to see you, sis. I am happy you're closing the year out with us. I know you're running your own workshop too. So let the people know what workshop you're doing. Let the people know where they can follow you online, and then give us that goodies. Give us that goodies. Me and Mariella are waiting. Get ahead, girl.
Oh my God. Okay. First of all, I am on a natural high for all the shit that's coming next year. Like, whew, I'm like shaking more because I'm just excited. But anyway, I'll be facilitating a poetry intensive on the 1st of every month, starting January 1st. It's gonna be dope. We're gonna be meditating, reading poetry, writing poetry. It's gonna be fire. So I'll drop all that in the chat. I love you guys so much. Like, new shit. Wrote it today for the theme. There's a lot of alliteration, so your girl might get tongue-tied, but it's all good. Whew. Gigi, I love you. All right. Reviewing my rear view for a feel of renewal. For one to adequately shift ahead in this galactic game of chess, we must first acknowledge everything leading up to the quest in question, the lessons demanding we let love in, forced to be reckoned with, calm before storm, and the storm herself. We felt grief and hope in the same slick moment, in the same shallow breath steps that felt like 4 forward and 200 back, the high, hollow stack of scorching, loud regret in which we still chose not to fret, not to forget the many lives lost, the secret spicy sauce to being the most wicked witch you'll ever pitch a poem to, being God's teacher's pet, confess to doing the best we could, confess to being done with the word should, confess my definition of success shall be defined by me and only me. This here tragedy turned miracle, turned consistent, from fickle to the boring bum bitches, good riddance. I will not miss you. Reviewing my rear view for a feel of renewal. Abundance says I've been eating good. I've been fucking good, loving good, receiving all good this twisted, tainted life has to offer. Not chasing paper, but allowing it to chase me. Divinity says my birthright is to breathe freely. Breed a family who too loves receiving, deceiving all demons yearning to make me scream, make me cream. I will meditate before I destroy you. No more waiting for shoes to drop. No more fearing my heart will break deep enough to stop. Reviewing my rear view for a feel of renewal. It feels real good, don't it? Thank you.
Oh, unmute yourselves. Give this woman.
Yes.
Oh,
Amanda coming
Yes,
in.
yes,
That's my
Amanda.
girl.
Amazing.
Killed it.
As
Killed
always. Take our breath
Amanda,
away.
Amanda.
La Tormenta, Amanda Ashley Villanueva. Go give this woman a follow. Amanda, put all your info into the chat. She is fire. I have been watching her grow, and I love it. Also doing some work with Hook Arts Media, a company I'm involved with for several years now. I've been teaching. Is it Maria awesome? Have you been speaking with Maria? Maria Soriano is off the hook. Shout out to Maria from Hook Arts Me. That woman is awesome. But make sure you go give Amanda a follow. Amanda, put your info into the chat. Amanda actually got to come and rock out with me in Chilo of El Grito de Poetas and Royal Marsh in North at Princeton University. So she got to hear some of the poets over there who are going to be rocking with us at 2 venues, 1 mic. And Amanda's going to be rocking with us at 2 venues, 1 mic in January. Oh! Mariella, who's the executive producer, is helping out on the London side and all of that. And she's like, Amanda's got to rock at New York, right? I got to show my people. So I was like, I know, I got you, babe. I got her. All right. Now coming up, we are going to another name who I believe is new to the Monday Night Online Open Mic, and that is Marcia Rivera. But before Marcia speaks, I am unmuting her. Marcia, I have seen you in the screen and you have been giving everyone love. You've had your camera on damn near the whole time, giving everyone love, listening for the past 2 hours and 20 minutes, patiently awaiting your turn and giving love. And I've recognized that, Marcia. Thank you so much. Where are you located, Marcia?
Brooklyn, New York. I'm a newbie. Thank you to everyone for their lyrics and their words. Like, wow.
It's been awesome. We got a lot of new voices tonight from Brooklyn. That's what's up. All right, so Marcia, you see what the people have been doing. You first let us know where we can find you online if you have social media and you want us to follow you. And then you got 3 minutes to share your poetry. Welcome to Mondays.
Thank you. Not as of yet. Like I said, I'm a newbie. So thank you. Oh, I'm sweating. Letter to the little girl. Little girl, I have much to say. You'll need this for all the days, different phases and mazes. You see, time will fly. Days of today fly away like memories with yesterday. And tomorrow seems yet to exist. All you know, moments of time, people will pass and days will not last. The journey of time will not wait until the day God calls you home someday. Soon you understand the depth of life isn't seen with the naked eye. Impossible to know all the hurt that lies from days that pass and those who did not last. You see, never giving credit, little girl, for all you've seen, all that's been done to thee. Misconstrued and difficult it is for the heart to be seen. You'll be okay, this I guarantee. Letter to the little girl, left and unseen, voice unheard of tears that demean. Left to see, phase of phases and loop filled with mazes. No way out, will you see, the fight within is no other I can defeat. Planted seeds to claim love thee, seeds to grow and flourish as blossom flowers left in weeds that hold me, control me, scold me, and disown me. Letter to that little girl, it's okay. Your cry tears a river, a heartfelt wither. Alone in time, you will understand. The hand of destiny will command. I must say, little girl, it's okay. I will never go away. Many come to take the essence of thee, mind, body, soul, it will never be. Little girl, you're much more than meets the eye can see. How precious you've become to many who just can't let you be. How they attempt to demean, sadly mistaken, taking kindness for weakness, view of me. Little girl, that beauty within you, who all try to demean, it will be with time you'll see all you were meant to be. The journey may drain you, heart, mind, body, and soul. Never forget you're covered by thee, Almighty, who will never let you go. It has been written in the stars aligned before you arrive. From the womb in which you divide, a mother's love never dies. Up above, she sees all you've become to be. Light within never dies, for the Creator lies where no one sees. How the lashes of all those who plan to deceive and hurt love, choice the weapon unleash to destroy thee. I will protect thee, little girl, from all who pretend to love thee. Love is the weapon for all guards to seize. You think pure and true for the heart to be. Love is the key. Too many times will it be the weapon used to destroy the light within me. I will fight for your soul to keep, never giving up on thee. Many count to lose, but never reach. True love of those who proclaim I'm the monster they see. Never caring to protect you in this war, behold, against all who perceive the worst in me. Little girl, beautiful soul, from the spirit, don't let this be. For all who rises against you will fall in the end, you'll see. Little girl, you were loved from up above until days of no end. Little girl, I love you, for that will never be the end. Thank you.
Ooh, unmute yourselves. Give some love to Rivera.
Wow, wow.
I'm sweating.
Beautiful, beautiful job.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, that was awesome, Marcia Rivera. You better come back. You better come back. I love that poem, and I saw some people talking, and like it was like one of those poems I think that we could have a discussion on. Like, is she talking to her daughter, or is she just talking to her past self? Or is she talking to both or whatever, right? Like that was going through my head in the writing. I'm like, I want to sit there and discuss it. All right, but we got 2 more people to go to. Marcia Rivera, you did fantastic. Thank you for hanging out with us. Do not be a stranger, okay? Woo! So, if Shania Parker, if you are here, I think her stage name, her nom de plume is pretty poetic, so I don't see her. If you are here, let us know because you are last. But right now, we are going to another new voice. Maybe she's from Brooklyn. Caitlin. Caitlin, are you from Brooklyn too?
Queens is in the building.
Oh, Queens!
Yeah.
I got love for Queens too. I was just talking with people about Queens and Christmas and how I think underrated Queens is because I believe I don't know the numbers, but I personally believe, even though I'm from the Bronx, Queens is the most diverse borough in New York City. New York City is super diverse.
In the world.
But I think Queens is super diverse. Y'all got everyone there. Nonetheless, Caitlin, let the people know where they can find you online. Second, I love the beanie. Third, you've been giving energy just like Marcia all night long to everyone and keeping your camera on. I super appreciate it. And then you got 3 minutes to rock out. Welcome to Mondays, Caitlin.
Thank you. Oh, this is a blessing. I live in Colorado now, and this type of energy and this spread of humans is amazing. I go by Nanda Rose on Instagram. If you try and put Caitlin Ryan into Facebook, you'll get like 5 million white girls. So, you probably won't find me. And I'm going to do something. I'm going to sing and give a poem. So, what is your responsibility to your brother? What is your responsibility to me? What is your responsibility to your sister? What is your responsibility to be free? Ask me what my responsibility is to be free, and I'll reply to be cognizant of another in need. So easy to be blinded to somebody else's strife, to misunderstand interactions while we're moving through life. It's like half the time we can't even begin to imagine that somebody might be having a shittier day than we've had. Maybe we're all just a little mad. Angry because we can't find our own happiness inside. Chasing down $1 to put new colors on our high. But what color is your soul when you're looking at somebody else's rainbow? Do you see their indigo? That special light inside that lets the spirit glow. Like a gem in your eye, I see the bounty of wealth that somebody else stole. Put it at the end of a light zone. We like to think we're light years ahead, but all we are is in the present until our bodies pass for dead. Who knows what happens next? I don't trust what anyone says. I know it'll happen when it happens, and I'm happy it began. I want to make this life worth living, so I pick up another pen. Maybe I'm typing on my laptop instead. Technological changes change the way we break bread. Are you making sure your spirit is fed? I feed mine on the regular with creative design. Always look for the beauty in life when I'd rather just cry. What have you accomplished today? Did you make something better? Did you find something to say? The potential is limitless there for you to just do. So Nike it up and watch you raise up your crew. Stay far from the naysayers. They don't have nothing you're needing, so don't worry about what you're missing. Things come to you when it's least expected. Let your spirit keep you in season.
Woo! I'm just giving up Oh my God! You got our brother Japan Poetic dancing. Yeah, Caitlin Rose. Caitlin. Make sure you go give her a follow at _Ananda Rose _ Go give her a follow. Woo! I love the beat she kept and the singing, the poetry, the words, the whole night. Tonight has been a super fun night. It has been super duper fresh. Make sure that you go to our Facebook and YouTube page. Look up Lyric and Poets Cafe so you can rewatch it, so you can share it, so you can take down the dates I talked about, so you can hear all the awesome poets like Diane Ward and Caitlin and Daniel. And there's so many of them that were tonight. Oh, what a way. What a way. Now listen, this is the end of the Monday Night Online Open Mic for 2021. We are returning in 2022. But this is not the last open mic for the Nuyorican Poets Cafe online. Thursday will be our last event online for 2022, and that is with La Bruja. She hosts the open mic at 9 p.m. Eastern. She I like to say, Monday is the circus, and Thursday is therapy. So if you're looking for something to do on Thursday night, you could go hang out with La Bruja at 9 p.m. Of course, check out nuyorican.org for all that info. But before we close it out, and I tell you once again where you can find me, and I could be all sappy and tell y'all how y'all made this year awesome for me. One more time, I would like to give the floor to the sung hero of this community, the sung hero of 2021 for us, Ron Mark Thompson. Ron, one more time, let the people know where they can find you online, brother.
Thank you. And I'm also still digesting the many amazing workshops and events you announced. You always tell us that our Mondays are like we cannot be anywhere else. You have like an event almost every day of the week next year. I think we're going to have to find Mariella a less busy boyfriend, so that you... So Mariella, we'll set you up with someone else, okay? Anyway, I'm at Ron Mark Thompson on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's been my pleasure to be the assistant producer here, and we'll look forward to many more events. I'm also at BXAFH, Bronx Art and Fun Up. I'm actually expanding my programs. Until now, I've done a program every Thursday of the week. I'm expanding it to Fridays as well. I actually also will have a stage play in January and February on a Sunday, but now, Advocate, that I know February 20th, you're starting your workshop, I'm not going to schedule anything on a Sunday because I want to partake in those wonderful workshops. So thank you for everything you've been doing to the community, and don't worry, we'll get Mariella somewhere else, so just you stay with us, your Advocate, you keep doing your work. Sorry. Happy holidays, everyone. Happy New Year. Come to La Brua on Thursday before the year is over.
Ron Mark Thompson. As Mary Ellie says, I love sassy Ron Mark Thompson. He is awesome. I love him. Make sure you go give him a follow. Of course, you could go give me a follow since my heart's going to be broken soon because my girlfriend's going to leave me for someone else that Ron is hooking her up with. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, at Advocate of Wordz. Make sure you check out my YouTube. Look up Advocate of Wordz. When you spell words, that's with a Z. Because I still have some of the highlights from our past open mics. I am going to be spending the next few days starting to catch up on that because there's so many goodies for us to enjoy and make sure is highlighted. So with that being said, normally I have someone else close it out, but because this is the end of the year, I'm going to close it out with the Good Night, Sweet Poet poem. So with that being said, good night, sweet poet. Thank you for sharing what you have written all year. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for taking the time to listen all year. Good night, sweet poet. May your dreams be as imaginative as tonight's poems. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for inviting the spirit of Miguel Agarin into your home all year. This has been the 2021 Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I have been your host for the evening, for the year, for next year, Advocate of Words. It is such a pleasure to do this. Y'all give me so much energy. Thank you so much. Good night, sweet poet. I'll see you in 2022. Thank you.